Good morning, everyone. Okay, so basically yesterday we have completed somewhat chapter, and today again I'm going to take few more chapters of company law. So we have chapters like accounts, audit, dividend, even you can say deposits. So now moving forward with the next part. So my screen is visible to all of you, right? Okay, very good morning. Now, so first I'll be going with the dividend part. We know that this is a very small chapter, and let me tell you, this is very scoring as well. So my first question to all of you, before we go ahead with this, section 123, 124, 125, 126, and 127. So this is declaration of dividend, this is unpaid dividend, this is IEPF, this is kept in abeyance, means where there is a doubt that who's the real holder. We are keeping on abeyance, and last one, that is penalty. My question to all of you here, if I do not have profit this year and still I want to give dividend, can I? Can I? I do not have dividend, still I want to give, sorry, I don't have profit, but I still want to give dividend. Can I? With condition. Perfect. So why everybody is saying yes, but with condition, ma'am, something is there. Exactly. So dividend can be given from current profits, or if you are receiving money from central government or state government, then you can give dividend, no issues with that. But the point is, we don't have profit and then also we want to give dividend, then you know that we can use reserves. So there was one case law asked. Listen to my case law very carefully and then answer. A company with the object, company registered with the object of charity this year is not having kind of profit that they can give dividend to their shareholders. So they thought out of reserve they will give dividend. So what are the conditions that they have to fulfill for giving dividend out of reserves? Tell me. Tell me. Which conditions they are supposed to follow? Okay. Which conditions they are supposed to follow? So I'm receiving one answer that is, ma'am, not eligible. Can you tell me why not eligible? You have learned this, right? You have learned in your chapter number 1, perfect. Perfect. These companies are not eligible to give dividend at all because we know Section 8 companies are non-profitable companies. They are not for the purpose of profit. That's why if you are thinking that, ma'am, we will go with the rule number 3 and that 3 condition, let last 3 years average, that balance should be 15%, that withdrawal can be 10%. Do not write such conditions here because the company that I mentioned was Section 8 company. Basically, in this chapter, that is like, we cannot say this is very technical. Yes, one part is technical that I can say about declaration of dividend. So we know it is declared either in AGM or in board meeting. If it is final dividend, AGM. If it is interim dividend, it will be declared in the board meeting itself. Once it is declared, within 5 days, you have to open a bank account, that is a special bank account for dividend payment. And within 30 days from the declaration, you have to pay. And if you are not able to pay in 30 days because of some, you can say, there is something like you couldn't find the owner, or there was something like they changed the address, they changed the bank account, we are not aware. So I found that there is still some amount lying in the bank account, no issues. Transfer the same amount to unpaid account or unclaimed account within 7 days. The amount will be there for 7 years, and in 7 years you can claim that amount from company. But if you are not claiming, then they will put it this into IEPF account, that is, you can say controlled by central government. Once it is with the central government, then you can still claim, but then IEPF rules will be applicable and not company law rules, and company will not be responsible for this. So this is something all about dividend. Any query with regard to dividend? Then I'll go with IBC. Any query, anybody? Okay. So basically, this is a kind of a 5 minutes revision chapter, a small chapter, very small chapter. Perfect. So yesterday I discussed one amendment about IBC. So I'll again go to that amendment. Once again, I'll go with that amendment. So basically, earlier the amount, that is the amount for the creditors to claim, rights into IBC, that is in code. So we had, that was the amount called 1 lakh, currently minimum. And if central government thinks fit, they can increase it up to 1 crore. This was the right given to central government. That doesn't mean they have to apply it. Fine, if they want to apply, they can. So minimum amount was 1 lakh rupees. But after this, due to COVID effect, they said that we know there will be so many businesses who will not be able to pay some of the dues, and that would be just a temporary effect of COVID, and people will take these companies to IBC. And we don't want that. As a government, they obviously won't think that every company should be into IBC. So that's where they said now the limit is minimum 1 crore. So this is the first amendment that you need to take care of. Now, few things. So IBC is ultimately regulated by IBBI. We know that. IBBI, that is Insolvency Bankruptcy Board. And we have some more authorities to this. I am combining bit of SARFAESI. Everyone, be careful. I am combining bit of SARFAESI, that is Securitization Act. So IBBI, if I say, we know that we have some authorities called adjudicating authority. And regulatory authority. If I talk about regulatory authority, it is IBBI. If I talk about adjudicating authority, we have two, NCLT and DRT. DRT is old authority, still continuing. NCLT, we know it's company law authority that we are taking here. So here only for corporates, and here other than corporates. So I can say company, LLP, or a body corporate will fall here. Or you can say individual, sole proprietor, then partnership, or HUF kind of organizations will be going for DRT. Now the point is, if we are falling in DRT, tell me, as of now, can I say we are going for SARFAESI, like bank will file a case in the DRT if you don't pay, as per SARFAESI, right? Securitization. So practically, right now in our course, IBC is just covered for the corporates, not otherwise. As of now, not covered for otherwise. So let's check that. Shall I rub the screen? It's fine. Okay. So few words, and then I'll go with one more amendment in this. So we have three. Guys, you're not able to see screen. 1, 2 students are telling me they are not able to see screen. Is it visible, right? It's visible because another device of mine is also visible. Perfect. So those who are not able to see it, I would request just log in again. Fine. So we know that in IBC 2016, all I can say here is that we know we have operational creditor, we have financial creditors, true. And third one that we have here, the company itself, that is corporate debtor. So here, If we go with the operational creditor, financial creditor, and corporate debtor, if operational creditor is something like you can say employee salary, or I can say the suppliers, the dealers that you were supposed to pay, you didn't pay. And these people are filing a case against the company for, you can say, as they are unpaid. So that is operational. Here, for example, banks, financial institutions, they want to file a case. And here we, by ourselves, are going to NCLT that please save us. Please save us. We are into trouble and we really want to be saved and please revive us. We don't want to die. We don't want to, as such, wind up the company. If possible, save us. So this is something corporate data. And every single day, one case is coming from IBC. You see, if you go with the IBBI website, every day you'll find one particular, you can say, case that is coming in, like one company got acquired by this. This is very common now because there are so many companies are into liquidation or into the problem. So this is opportunity for all the professionals, I can say. So you see, you must have checked your members, your institute members who have completed some eligibility criteria. They are giving this exam for insolvency professional conducted by IBBI. So they are also giving this exam. So this is something we even know that this is kind of an opportunity. And now, bank and financial institution file, or I by myself, I mean my company itself is going, right? In all three situations, NCLT will decide in 14 days. Either they'll accept it or they'll reject it. If they reject it, it's fine. They can reject, but they will give me opportunity to correct the things. I mean, being heard. So it's possible that I have done some mistakes. It's okay. If the mistake is a real reason to reject my application, they will give me my time to correct it, right? 7 days time, and then they'll decide accept it or rejection. Once it is accepted, right? Once it is taken by NCLT, then whole procedure will start. Can I drop the screen? It's fine now. Okay. So now, application to NCLT. NCLT either accepted or NCLT rejected. In this, if accepted, then next situation will come interim resolution professional. This person will collect all the claims and everything, that how much amount is pending. They'll collect the claims. So I'm okay. I am going to speak all the word that I'm writing to all those which is not, I mean, screen is not visible. It's okay because maybe, I don't know, because majority of the students are able to see the screen. Okay, so I'll speak the word that I'm writing. So I repeat. NCLT, you file an application, NCLT within 14 days accepted or rejected. If accepted, then there will be appointment of interim resolution professional. Once interim resolution professional is appointed, that person is going to collect all the claims and how many claims are there, how many creditors we have. Along with that, they will make one committee. They will make one committee called creditors committee. So committee of creditors, we call it as COC. That COC committee you are aware of will be only of financial creditors, not of operational one. So ma'am, I'm operational as well as financial. Fine, you can be there, but please vote only for financial, not otherwise. Not otherwise. So for example, I have 5 crore rupees loan given to the company. So they are supposed to be, returning that amount to me. So that is financial creditor. And I have supplied some raw material also, and that is a 1 crore. So my total debt in COC terms will be, for voting purpose, will be for 5 crores only. Now, my question, and I'm going to discuss amendment for this. You tell me how many days this particular whole procedure should be completed? Total days, come on, anyone? Come on, fast. Okay, I'm not asking extension also. I'm just asking how many total days without any extension. Okay. So I'm getting majority similar answer, but still I'm getting somewhat different, you can say, days. Okay. So the correct answer is 180 days. Correct answer is 180 days, right? So those who are giving me 90, 60, no, it's not correct. But if I say 90 for the extension is correct. So 180 plus extension in case if it's coming, then 90. So the one who said 270 in total was also correct. So 270 in total, basically 180 normal plus extension maximum 90, total comes to 270. My cross question to all of you, if 270 is the real time you're telling me, then what can be the maximum time for moratorium? What can be the maximum time for moratorium? Moratorium is more like a stay. What would be the maximum time for moratorium, students? Tell me. I'm asking for moratorium period. Correct. So moratorium period can never be more than the time period of, you can say, insolvency proceedings. So it will be also 270 days maximum, 270. Now there is one amendment. There is one amendment that you need to add. The amendment is that we know section number 12 says of IBC that you can complete the whole procedure in 180 days. If it's not possible to complete in 180 days, no problem. We will be giving you extension of 90 days. Total comes to 270. It's fine, but now it's a extra para added. However, I repeat, however, total proceedings with including of all the legal proceedings, some issues, stays, whatever it is, including all the proceedings, maximum period will be 330 days from the commencement. I repeat. So, ma'am, 180, 90 is removed. No, it's still there. 180 plus 90 is the normal time in any reason, in any way, if any legal proceedings are coming in between or anything is happening, like somebody filed an appeal, somebody went for stay order, somebody went for Supreme Court, High Court. This is very common nowadays, right? You see Bhushan Steel, right? So many other companies. They are just, you can say like SR Steel. This companies, whosoever were interested to purchase, there were so many fights between competitors and some other cases. So now new para is added, even if it is 180 plus 90, 270 maximum, but including all the legal proceeding, make sure it should not exceed 330 days. So this is new para 330 is the amendment. That is one more addition to the same time limits. Clear? Clear, everyone? Shall I go with the next part? Okay. Then COC is created by interim resolution professional, and in first meeting of COC, it will be decided that what about interim resolution professional? What about interim resolution professional? Can we keep the same person as a resolution professional, or we want to go with the new one? Whatever the decision will be, once the decision is taken, it will be final decision of COC. If they think we want to continue with this person, perfect. If they think, no, we don't want to continue with the person, then also it's up to you. But if you are IRP, if COC is accepting you, then you will become RP. No interim now, final. So resolution professional. But if any new, then fine, we'll go with the new one. So RP can be the same one who was IRP, or it can be new one. Fine. Now what RP will do? RP will invite people. It will, like, for example, it will be the whole procedure to invite some people who are ready to give some plan, who are ready to purchase the company, who are ready to merge with the company, who are ready to take over the company, anything. Any plan they have in their mind, they can come up, and whatever the suitable plan will be, they will show it to COC. COC once accept, it will go to NCLT. If NCLT also accept, then whole procedure is called as full CIRP, Corporate Insolvency Resolution Plan. So in total, I can say corporate insolvency resolution plan means we are trying to resolve the insolvency, because insolvency is always a temporary one. But if it is not treated well, it will result into bankruptcy. So it's quite possible that we can solve the insolvency. And that is why the new whole positive procedure came, that let's not just go for a liquidation. Let's try to go for CIRP. If CIRP will work, if CIRP will work, super. If it won't work, we will go for liquidation. And if we will go for a liquidation, then we'll start selling out the properties. That's how things will work, right? So If it's not concluded by 3:30, it will not be okay, then you will be responsible. So it's more like a law. So obviously every authority, if it is NCLT, if it is NCLAT, all the authorities need to follow law. Na? So there cannot be a possibility we can say, what if, even though time is given for 30, what if it is not done? So they are authorities, they have to follow what they are doing unless they are giving reasons. Any query for this? And you know that the approval of COC is 66%, right? It's 66%, which was very early, very, very early when this act was or this code was enacted. That moment it was 75, then they changed it to 66. So this percentage that you're going to remember, 66. So two major amendments. Okay, now one more thing I missed out. Operational creditor can file a complaint. Financial creditor can file a complaint, and even you can say I by myself can go, that is corporate debtor. My question to all of you, operational creditor, if filing a complaint, what else that they are supposed to give to NCLT? General document is fine, proof and all. What one special document that they are going to give to NCLT? Come on, fast. True, Mukul. Okay. See, invoice bill, it's a evidence, it's a proof of the debt. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about that. No, I'm not talking about that. So bill, invoice, it's fine. That is no. Bank certificate, that is something proof, no, that amount is still not due. Very true. The point is, there are few students who said demand notice, and that's a correct point. And how many days you have to wait after giving that demand notice? How many days you have to wait for? Okay. 30 days are favorite number of students because everywhere it's 30. So sometimes when they don't know the answer, now what they do 30 days, ma'am. It's not 30. 10 days, correct. It's 10 days, not 30 days. It's 10 days, 10 days, not 30. Right. Okay. Now, can you tell me what is this waterfall agreement or arrangement? Well, I would say arrangement. Can you tell me what is waterfall arrangement? If they are asking you, then please write a short summary note on waterfall arrangement. What is that from IBC? Come on, fast. Waterfall arrangement, 5 marks short note. Yes, please. Okay. Few answers I'm getting. This can be the heading for the question. Waterfall arrangement or waterfall agreement. Not heard before. Very true. Not heard before. Let me tell you, this was asked in one of the examination of one of the professional course. This is that section number 53 of your IBC, and that is payment sequence. You know that payment sequence is there, that first of all it will be insolvency expenses, and then you will be giving a priority to secure creditor as well as employee payment. So the whole procedure is given. The second name they use it as waterfall arrangement. Clear? So this is something to keep in mind. This is new word, already asked once, so not in your examination but other professional examinations. So make sure waterfall means water always falls like down. So that's way that way if we see that first priority will be first one only, second priority accordingly, and then you will go with the next priorities. So it is nothing but the distribution of asset at the time of liquidation in the IBC. Clear? Any query so far for this? And we know that why liquidation will come up. Liquidation will come up because the plan that you gave is not working or it's breached continuously, right? And you can say the plan is not feasible, or maybe you did not accept at all. In that situation, it's quite possible that your company will not be into CIRP. The company will go from CIRP to liquidation, and liquidation means obviously we again will collect the claims, but this time not to solve the issues, this time to shut down the company. My question to all of you, what would be the, you can say a power, or I can say the weightage not in form of marks, just a weightage or importance of the SARFAESI after this act? Do you think companies, for company loans, do you think any bank will go for SARFAESI? Tell me. Because act is still valid. SARFAESI Act is still valid. So basically, Act is even though valid, but value of the Act is bit definitely down because this is more modern law where companies will be, easily solving their issues. So why they would choose SARFAESI? So SARFAESI is still there, but yes, we do have individuals, we do have other people also for this proceedings, and that other people are also here and in DRT. They will go through DRT, no doubt, but in DRT now you can go through that SARFAESI Act also and this Act also for individuals and I mean other than corporates. Fine. Any query so far? Okay, one more amendment. I won't say amendment, but it's fine. It's not a change. It's just one addition. Can you tell me if I'm a financial creditor and I want to file an application, is it compulsory that I should be having, you can say, individual application, or I can have joint applications with other people also? Is it okay to have joint? Not okay to have joint? Okay, perfect. So it's okay to have joint. Fine. So you can be individual, you can be joint also. So I just wanted to discuss one amendment, which is quite tricky for you because that act is not there in your course. But still, you have heard about RERA, right? Real Estate Regulatory Authority Regulation Act, Real Estate Act. RERA 2016 was the act that was for real estate, right? Correct. So, for example, if I am a builder and I am making one property where I'll be constructing more like you can say 30 flats, right? 30 flats, and you are going to be allotted because you are buying the flat. Now you are going to be allottees of that project, correct? But if there is any issue against my company, I didn't, give you the possession of the flat or something like that, and you want to file a case against me, so you can. So it can be joint case also by the allottees if you are not getting your things done under RERA. So you can go for IBC, that is a builder or a promoter of the project, its company, and you want to, go with the insolvency resolution of the company, you can go for this. So this is one amendment is there, but basically RERA is not there in your course. So I'm expecting this part very less in your examination, but you should be knowing that there is, yes, there is a chance to file joint application also. Clear? But ma'am, joint how many? 10% or 100? 10% of total allottee or 100? This many people can go. So again, I repeat, this is no doubt an amendment or addition in the application portion that who can be applicable, but just because RERA is not applicable to you, so I'm considering this part less. Okay, shall I go with the next part? Any query for this? Any query for this? If clear, just write clear, I'll go with the next one. So I'm removing this thing, cleaning this. Okay, perfect. 10% or 100, 100 allottees. 10% of total or 100 allottees, Arjun. Page number, I am not sure. Guys, can you tell me the page number? Anybody having the page number? Okay, sure. So just a second. Five zero two. So again, there is one more question. No, it's not operational. They will be financial. It's just for the real estate part, Mukul, for RERA authorities, not for otherwise. For allottees, those who are allotted flats or any commercial building where you have booked the flat or a shop or kind of, not other ones. Yeah, this one. So those who are asking me, give me a second. Yeah, this one. So here you can write, this is your waterfall arrangement. Clear? Those who are asking. It's visible on screen, your section number 53, that is distribution of asset for IBC. Once clear, now tell me. So this is Priya. Priya, clear what is waterfall? I just wanted to confirm that the second name for this distribution of assets would be waterfall arrangement. Right. Not as such. No, there is no process change. It's as it is. There is no CIRP process change. Process is going to be same. And some of the changes which are not a part of your course curriculum at all, because you know that this chapter is not given you in detail, it's a kind of summarized chapter given to you. So it's not that detailed, so do not worry. But still, it's 10 marks. So if you see 10%, I mean, not 10 marks, 10% of overall, if I say portion, then this chapter should be focused. Clear? Now, so any queries with regard to this part, you can ask me, or I'll go with the next part. Okay, one more thing, because we are supposed to do winding up also. So I'm just going to mix here one topic. Before I discuss anything, I would like to know from you that what is the difference between winding up and dissolution? So tell me, anybody, winding up and dissolution, what is the difference between this? Because we have seen student telling me this, winding up is for companies and dissolution is for partnership. If this is the answer, let me tell you it's not correct. So anyway, because we have this part also and winding up chapter also. Voluntary, winding up is a voluntary and winding up is a self-decision, volunteer and force. No, it's not quite correct, because let me tell you, in winding up, if you have learned, section number 270, the moment chapter start, there are two type of winding up. It's written voluntary or by NCLT. So there is nothing like it's a force. Huh? It can be forced because of some reasons. And even IBC, if my creditor is filing a case against me, I don't want to go in NCLT for IBC, but still I'm going, no. So winding up is a process while dissolution is order. Right, be careful. Winding up is a process while dissolution is order, means in winding up there will be sale of my asset and payment to all the people, right? So this is a process to reach to dissolution, and dissolution is the final order of NCLT that okay, you are done with winding up, it's fine, no other things, no other things pending, so we are okay to give you order of dissolution. Means from that moment you are no more, your company is no more. Okay, now my question is true. My question to all of you, okay, so I can say this is action, this is result. Very true, very true. My question to all of you, if there is a winding up, there must be dissolution, true or false? If there is a winding up, there will be dissolution, true or false? If there is winding up, there will be dissolution, true or false? So I got mixed answers. Let me tell you, if I am into winding up, if I'm into winding up, it's quite possible that at last moment somebody said that I want to purchase this company, please don't put it into dissolution. It's quite possible. There are some other acts also, right? So basically, winding up is a process of selling asset or paying the liabilities, but it's quite possible that you can come back from the winding up and again you can be normalized. But once you are into dissolution, you cannot come back. So winding up, post that, dissolution may or may not happen. But if there is a dissolution, there must be winding up, true or false? If there is dissolution, there must be winding up. True or false? That's true. That's true. True, true, true. Agreed, agreed. Everyone's answer is correct, it's true. But I am going to change it again. If there is a dissolution, there must be winding up, correct. But there is one exception to it. What is that? There is one exception where there is a dissolution but no winding up. Means no selling of assets or anything like that. Still there is a dissolution. What it can be? No, in IBC there is no dissolution without winding up. Obviously, when I sell the assets and pay off, there is nothing but a winding up. That's not correct answer. No, dormant company is just a status of inactive. Section 455. No, that's not the case. Service-oriented firm. So why service-oriented firm also have some asset? No, they have computers, they have laptops. That's nothing like that. I'll tell you. It's simple merger amalgamation. You see, in merger amalgamation, two companies are getting merged. It's quite possible one company is getting dissolved. But is there any winding up? Is there all the assets are sold and paid everyone? Tell me. Is it? No. Straightforward, no. So I repeat the whole conclusion. If there is a winding up, there may or may not be dissolution. If there is a dissolution, there is always winding up, then only dissolution will happen. But there is one exception to it. That I can say merger amalgamation. It's quite possible that two companies are getting merged and one company is going to shut down, but still there is no winding up is happening. There is no selling of asset, paying of the liability is happening. It's just all will be shifted to the other company. We have chapter compromise and arrangement also. Clear? I hope Shank, your point is clear. I covered all three. So winding up, yes, it leads to dissolution. Agreed. Winding up provisions are removed for some time or not. There are some doubts coming. So I would just cover that provision. What are the sections covered? What are the sections which are not covered? Do not worry. That will be after this. I'll go with that. It wasn't removed for some time. There are so many sections which are omitted permanently because of IBC. Yes, agreed. Fine. So this is something. And let me tell you one more thing. Winding up, new rules came in 2020. Like this year only some new rules of winding up came, but that is not a part of your course because in your book, rules are hardly covered. So do not worry. And if they'll cover now, it will be 2020 rules. So this like winding up, rules are also changed. So do not worry. I'll cover that. Fine. So this is something about IBC and somewhat about the two words winding up and dissolution. Clear? So now my question again. Can I say if I'm in IBC, I am trying to resolve my insolvency problem, and that time I'm just trying to resolve. So there is no winding up, there is no dissolution. But the moment it is finalized that 66% voting is not there by COC and they are not okay. They are not okay with the decision that we are taking. So we have to go for liquidation, and that time can I say winding up will start and resolution will come, and that's where you can check in your book also. After this payment part, last topic is covered, dissolution. You check, because the moment you do it, once your company, so I'm reading one line for you. Once the corporate debtors assets have been completely liquidated, then you again have to make an application to NCLT, and NCLT will give you the final order. Okay, now dissolve. Clear? Right? So this is something about IBC. I would suggest IBC you should definitely read properly in a nice way, because that is something, it's a one more professional degree after getting the degree of CMA. So you know you can say value that this chapter holds. Now, moving forward with this, any query from your side? Tell me. Fine. So basically now next part that is accounts and audit. Basically, so your book first chapter IP. The degree name is IP Insolvency Professionals. Sure. Group applicant role is, for example, if you are, okay, I'm repeating one provision, everyone, just give me a moment for few students. So, if I am a lottee of any flat, or there is a, for example, you must have seen there are so many big companies who are builders and they build the project like commercial project, right? Or you can say residential project, and we are booking a flat in that. If in case there is a problem and kind of, some issues are not there, I mean, you can say not solved, I'm not receiving my flat, I have paid money, or anything like insolvency problem is coming, some creditors are there, then who can file a complaint? It can be individual also, or can be together. If together, then 10% or 100 such allottees can file an application. I again repeat, this part is there. If you see the amendment list, you will find it. But as real estate regulation act is not in your course, I am expecting very less this part in your course curriculum. But still, this is just one amendment. The degree name will be IP or RP, that is, you can say insolvency professional, or you can say resolution professional. So IP, yes, it requires some practicing experience. Then only it is available for practicing. You have to clear examination conducted by IBBI. Then only you will be available. I mean, you will be having this degree, and definitely people are moving more towards it. There are people who are doing side work of IBC also before getting this degree, because it is definitely kind of an opportunity for the practicing people. Once you get this degree, it's definitely a percentage fees that you get for the valuation. That's why. True, agreed. It requires experience. Any other question? Anything else? Okay. Right. So basically now going with the, there is no amendment in this. This is a very old amendment. So every decision that COC is taking, it will be 66 percentage and not 75. If you have a book which is old one and if it is printed 75 percentage, that please make it 66 percentage. I'll go with the chapter when I go with the winding up. IBC and winding up is two different chapters, two different acts, right? So I'll go with that. Do not worry. Okay, next part. Now, the part that I'm going to take, make sure it's, they ask it so much, and something that you have learned in your CMA inter also in group number 2, that is auditor. But auditor was there, account was not there. But now we have a combined chapter. And one more thing, Caro, you would be doing the same one that you have in 16, right? So Caro, you will be completing same one. You don't need to go with the 2020, Caro. Now, basically, if we go with the accounts and audit, few sections that I will discuss, you know that section number 128, books of accounts maintenance. I would like to tell you one case law, and my question to all of you, listen to me very carefully. If my company is maintaining books of accounts, is cost accounting records mandatory? Yes or no? Is it mandatory to maintain my cost accounting records? Think and tell me, okay? I repeat, because your institute would definitely be able to focus on this. Very true. So it's written, somewhat students said that, ma'am, no. Somebody said, yes, ma'am, it's mandatory. Somebody said that, ma'am, there are some requirements. Agreed. So there are some requirements, there are some applicability, otherwise it's not compulsory. So if you are crossing some turnover called 35 crores or more, and if you are falling in your, you can say part A company or part B company, that means regulated or unregulated sector, given under cost accounting and cost records and audit rules, in that if you are falling in the list given by central government, then only you will maintain. Fine. If you are maintaining your normal books of accounts and your cost record, you know that you have to maintain it at what, or at where? Dash. Where you will maintain it? Where you will maintain it? Come on. Okay. So majority answer I got, and which is 100% correct, that ma'am, it will be at registered office. So guys, please, we know that there is a branch office, there is a head office, there is a work office. These words are correct for a routine life, not for law. And that too, company law give majority time they'll give importance to registered office, not other office. My question to all of you, I want to change my registered office. I mean, or not registered office. I want to change my books from registered office to one of my branch office. Can I do it? Yes or no? Possible? Just tell me yes or no. Which resolution will be required? Which resolution will be required for the same? Tell me. Okay, mixed answers are coming. Which resolution? This is 4 to 5 marks case law. So company wants to shift and board is deciding to shift it. So which resolution is required? Or my question is there any resolution required also or not? Okay, so I got mixed answers. So many mixed answers. Let me tell you, you don't need general meeting. You don't need SR. You don't need OR. You just need BR, that is board resolution. Only board resolution. And you have to inform ROC about same. Within how many days? Tell me. Within how many days you'll inform? I repeat, we have habit of 30 writing everywhere. It's not 30, it's 7 days. It's 7 days from board resolution. It's 7 days. Fine, perfect. So this one point, which is quite important, from 128. My second question from 128. How many years I need to maintain my books of accounts? Okay, again I got mixed answers. 7, 8, 3, 4. It's 8 years. It's 8 years, not 7, not 3. 8 years is the final answer. My question again, if it is 8 years, can any authority tell me to go for more number of years? Possible. If there is investigation and your chapter is there, section 206 to 229. 206 to 229, your chapter is there, inquiry, inspection, and investigation. This chapter is there. And you know that if there is investigation, you can be mentioning it for more time. Now, my point is, you know that under 129 financial statements, so I would say in financial statement and in books of accounts, I know that if I change the place, I mean, keeping place of my books of accounts, then I'm taking board resolution. My question to all of you, why SR or OR wasn't required? It's a twist question. Why it wasn't required? Why just board resolution was okay for books of accounts? Tell me, come on, fast. Anyone? Why it wasn't required to pass? Okay, I repeat my question. When we did that, you can keep your books of accounts at your registered office, but if you want to shift it, you can. You just have to pass board resolution and you need to intimate to ROC. We have seen in majority times it's written in the company law that you have to ask your shareholders. So why in this case it's just board resolution and not shareholders? So many different answers I'm getting. I do agree with answers that I'm getting, but I just want to give you one simple answer, and that is the only logic. You tell me, is books of accounts open for shareholders? Yes or no? Is books of account open for shareholders? Yes or no? Okay. So I'm getting majority of similar answer that ma'am, no. But there are few who are telling me yes. I repeat, it's no. Guys, if you and me can see the Tata Motors ka books of accounts, Reliance ka books of account, don't you think we will do the same procedure, same costing? That is a confidential matter. So books of accounts are not visible. Financial statements are available to shareholders, not books of accounts. I hope it is clear. So no, it's not available. Now my second question is, who can inspect books of accounts or who can check books of accounts? It is accessible to whom? Come on, fast. It's accessible to whom? Board of directors, well agreed. Anybody else? Anybody else? I'm waiting for other than directors, anybody else? No, central government is all about like there is a problem. Very true. Auditor. So few answers I got. That is auditor, very correct answer. It's director and auditors. No, not stakeholders. Stakeholder include everybody. I repeat, there is a difference between books of accounts and financial statement. You can ask for financial statement. You can't ask for my books of account. Forget about companies. You won't even give your books of account to people. Right? So basically, Books of account is not open to all the people. It's just to directors and the, you can say, auditors for the audit purpose. Yeah, in subsidiary companies also auditor can check. That's fine because we want to give a consolidated report. Agreed. Next. Next part. If we go with the next question, 129, it's a very simple thing that financial statement as per Schedule 3. And if you're insurance company, if you're banking company, or if you are any such special company, then if your law is saying that please don't show this in your accounts or in your financial statement, we are okay. We will still assume that you have followed because special will prevail over general. Agree. Next question. You know that 130 and 131, one is reopening of your, you can say, books of account, and one is a like a revision or something like that. So one is voluntary, one is about authority. So tell me one thing, can I revise my books of account voluntarily or my financial statement, I mean to say? Can I voluntarily revise it? Yes, who's the authority to ask for? Who is the authority to ask for, everyone? I can voluntarily revise, but I have to take a permission. Who's the authority? No, not MCA. It's not ROC. Auditor, why auditor will tell me? Because auditor is just giving the audit certificate that okay, you're correct or wrong. Why that person will say yes or no? Where I have to go to take a permission for changing my books of accounts or financial statement. I mean to say financial statement. It's ultimate effect. No authority, ROC, general meeting, directors, board meeting, okay, central government, okay. It's NCLT, guys. It's NCLT. You have to go to NCLT. Right. Okay. Now it was a voluntary thing I was talking about. Let me give you a second part. I have already filed my books of account, sorry, financial statement on the based on my books of account, which is consistent with my books of account. Everything is fine according to me, according to my company. I filed it with ROC and SEBI if I was listed, then stock exchange, everywhere where I was supposed to be. I even kept it on my website. Some all things are done. Perfect. Now, for example, if I say ROC felt there is something fishy and they believe that they want to reopen my books of account and my financial statement, and now they want to change it, they want to check it because they doubt there is a fraud. Can they do it directly telling me that reopen your books of account, reopen your financial statement, we want to check it? Tell me. Can directly ROC do it with me? Yes, no. Okay, if those who are answering me, ma'am, not directly possible, then tell me who is the authority, whose approval it's needed, whose approval it's, I mean, we need to take. Okay, so section 130, 131, both are talking about reopening and revision. Reopening is coming from the authority because you have done something wrong, and the revision is something voluntarily that we are doing. Make sure both can be done only by approval of NCLT, otherwise no. So ROC has to move to NCLT. If NCLT says after checking, after taking some representations of other authority, if our NCLT feel that correct, right, we should reopen the books of account or a financial statement. There is something, fishy in this, then you can. So without NCLT approval, no, it's not possible. Clear? I just want to ask to the people who have a latest module, do you have section 132 NFRA covered in your book, in module, in institute material? Section 132 NFRA covered or not? Okay, so few are having its coverage. Fine. So NFRA section wasn't there in the so many modules, even though whole chapter accounts is there, because NFRA was enforced bit late. So let me just give you a brief of it so that you will have in mind what NFRA is all about. And after NFRA's enforcement, professionals are working bit decently. So all the professionals working in your accounts and auditing part, this professional would be having now a watch from one authority. I'm not sure about page number. Yes, I'm not sure about page number. Can anyone tell me the page number, those who are having this? So again, somebody is asking, ma'am, from for 130 and 131, both NCLT? Yes, both is NCLT. Both ultimately on NCLT. The only difference is in one voluntary one, we are going to NCLT. In reopening, authorities are going to NCLT. I mean ROC, SEBI, or any other. Okay. Yes, I'm not sure about the page number. I'll wait for the reply from somebody if I'll get. Because I believe majority of the student will not be having this section in your module. So I just want you to go with it for 5-7 minutes revision of that section. So do read. Don't go without reading the section in your direct. I mean, don't directly jump on the exam. So do check that. Section 132, I'll just give you the brief. NFRA, National Financial Reporting Authority. This authority is more like a watch on the professionals, and they are even recommending auditing standard and accounting standard to the central government so that a proper standards can be made. These professionals are, you can say, ultimately in the radar of NCLT. In latest case in July, August, you know that in IL and FS case, Deloitte was, given a good penalty by, you can say, NFRA, and even some, you can say, ban, but then Deloitte filed a case against it, appeal against it to High Court, and case is still just, running. Okay, page number 432, those who have it. So basically, in this situation, I can say you have to be very careful because we all the professionals are under NFRA. And NFRA is not just a regulatory authority; they are developing authority also. So whether our quality of services that we are providing is good or not, it's bad, it should be improved or something like that, they will give some direction. So I repeat, section 132. Please do read from the Google, from anywhere you want to, because ultimately section is going to be same. So do read it even though it's not in your module. Section 133 is fine. It's the central government's right to give accounting standards. 134 board report is fine. Now 135 CSR. I repeat, CSR, corporate social responsibility. I'll ask you so many questions for this because it is important in two ways. You know that in your corporate governance part, CSR is covered. Yes. So if you are good at CSR, one chapter of your corporate governance is sorted because half is law. And CSR is also covered in the accountancy chapter also. So my question to all of you, how much minimum CSR I have to do? Minimum CSR I have to do. New percentage. कहाँ से आया? From 3? Who's okay, fine. So some new percentage I'm getting. I'm asking how much minimum CSR I have to do if I'm falling in the limit. Okay, fine. So 2%. 2% of last 3 years average profit, kind of. Agreed. My question comes. If I am doing 4% this year, I repeat my query. I am doing 4% this year, and I was supposed to do only 2, but I did 4, and next year I'm also supposed to do. So I just took a set off kind of thing that last year I did 4%, so this year I'm not doing. It's a well settled thing. Is it fine? Can I get a carry forward of CSR? 5 marks case law in a proper drafted way. Is it allowed to go with the carry forward? Not allowed. You did by a choice. We have not given any carry forward provision, so be careful. You cannot. My second question: if I'm counting my net profit, suppose I have one branch in foreign and the branch is ultimately foreign. So obviously in foreign, I would be earning some income and that is my branch. So obviously the amount that is coming from there, I'm going to mix in my accounts. I'm going to merge it, total it in my accounts. Will that profit be a part of that net profit that I'm calculating for CSR if I have a foreign branch? Okay. No idea. Yes, no, mixed answers. So this is the case law that I'm teaching you. I'm not teaching the provision. You know the provision. I know that. So these are the case law that institute do ask. Okay, so basically those who are having no idea, ma'am, didn't find anywhere, I don't know. So basically I'll tell you, if we know, can I say CSR will be counted only when you are doing it in India? Yes or no? You cannot do CSR out of India. Yes. So guys, when our government is like that, if you will be doing in India, then only we will count your CSR, then why they would take the profit which is coming from foreign? So if I have a foreign branch, the profit that is coming from there will not be included in the CSR profit calculation. I hope it is clear. Number one, clear. And one more, and one more, and one more. Second question. I hope it's clear. Anybody is having any question for this, I would request ask in the same time. Otherwise, I have just need to, I need to break the current topic and again I need to go for a pass out. Any query? Perfect. Second question. If my company, I repeat, my company is having investment in your company. I repeat, my company is having investment in your company. If you will be declaring dividend, can I say I will also be getting the dividend? Yes or no? Can I say I'll be also getting dividend? Yes or no? Perfect. That dividend income is going to be in my P&L account. Yes. In my P&L account. Perfect. My question is, will that be counted in the CSR profit calculation? Will that be counted in my CSR profit calculation? Yes or no? So again, no. Again, no, because it's not your business profit. It's something that you have invested in other companies. You can say shares, and that's what you're getting. So can I say that other company will also be checking their CSR eligibility? So that will not be counted. No, I wasn't talking about dividend of my company. I'm talking about dividend that is other income for me coming from another companies. Interest is fine. Just dividend income will not be counted because dividend is an appropriation of profit and interest is a charge on profit. So interest is fine. Very true. Now, listen to me very carefully. One more query. How much maximum expenditure I can do to do that CSR? How much maximum expenditure company can do to do that CSR expenditure? I repeat, to do CSR, how much maximum expenditure in a form of administrative expense I can do? It's there, Reshma. It's there. It's allowed, obviously. Okay, let me tell you simple example. Suppose I thought let's distribute free food packets in the COVID and all this, and I am appointing Mr. A to deliver that products to such slum area. Do you think that Mr. A will be working free for me? That person so will charge his salary, no? Yes or no? Obviously, that person won't work free for me. He will say that, ma'am, you are doing charity. I am not doing charity. Please. Okay, so if that person is working, can I say, putting some administrative expenses also to do that 2%. So I repeat, to do that 2%, whatever expenditure you need, administrative expenditure, right? Not other expenditure, then it can be maximum 5% of CSR. 5% of CSR. So can I say if my CSR is total 4%, 5% of 4%? Yes, everyone. So I repeat, no, wait, everyone. 2% can be my CSR contribution. But to do that 2%, it's quite possible I have to collaborate with some trust, some Section 8 company, some society, or any other to do that expense of 2%. What administrative expenditure I can do is 5% of the CSR. That is 5% of 2% or whatever CSR that you are doing. Clear? Shall I go to the next question? Come on, tell me. I'm sure you're getting so many new things here for a case law purpose. I'm sure. Looking at your answer, I realized. I repeat. If I'm thinking to do CSR, I'm writing on screen if it is visible to you. So if I'm doing CSR of 50 crores, can I say to do this CSR, I need to appoint some personnel who will give this free package to somebody or kind of, I have to do some of the things like expenditure or something like that. What maximum expenditure I can do? This is suppose my 2%. From this, 5% can be the maximum, administrative cost to do that CSR, not more than that. I didn't get you, Deepika, the refund thing. I didn't get you. Can you be specific? At least 2% and no limit means I didn't get you. At least 2% is my CSR contribution. I agree. No limit for what? Okay, you put your query till then I'll ask one more question. Okay, my one more question to all of you. If I'm thinking to do it through trust, through society, or through any other organization, how many years of existence they should have? Tell me. Yes, Vinaya, you're right. Okay, I repeat my query. If I'm thinking to do it through a Section 8 company or through trust or society, how many years of existence or experience they should have, a kind of track record? How many years of track record or existence they should have? It is there, guys. It is there indirectly. It's somewhere covered in your corporate governance. So 3 years, very true. Correct answer. Majority have correct answer. 3 years. 3 years. 3 years. Agreed. 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 So if you are thinking about, right, if you are thinking about entering into a collaboration with some trust Section 8 company or something like that, no issues. They should have existence or a track record of minimum 3 years. Then only we will go with this. My last question for CSR. If I am doing, okay, I opened a school. Okay, I opened a school, and where I'm thinking to put education of students like free in one school. I'm sponsoring like 1,000 students, right? So can I say this will be my CSR? Yes, this will be my CSR. If it is 1,000 students that I'm doing CSR for, now if out of this 1,200 my employees, tell me, this will be treated as my CSR contribution? Yes or no? Yes or no? Will this 200 treated my CSR contribution? Yes or no? Come on, tell me yes or no. Very clear, it's no. If you do anything for, no, I repeat, it's not about more than 5% somewhere. I was asking another question. So my question is, if I'm doing CSR in favor of my employee or their family member, then you are not doing CSR. You are just doing to retain them. Can I say that? And CSR is for society, not for your employees. So if you're doing something good for your employees for free, we will not treat that as CSR at all, right? So be careful with that. That's not CSR. Or if you are doing something just to promote your own product, just to promote your own product, if you do something, that is also not CSR. So if you do something in your ordinary course of business, it's not CSR. Clear? So I repeat, can I say in the same example, I can say my CSR will be counted for 800 people only. Can I say that? Yes or no? Right? For 200, it's not CSR because that is for employees. So I covered two topics in a way. See, corporate governance and theory management oriented part you can read. But basically about CSR, make sure you will read CSR from law, that is the corporate law part, and then you'll directly move to CSR chapter of your corporate governance. It would be more easy for you. Clear? So this is about bit of CSR. Now, section 128, 129, 128 books of accounts, 129 financial statement, 130 reopening, 131 voluntary revision, 132 NFRA, 133 accounting standards should be notified and you have to follow. 134 board report, 135 CSR, 136 that is members are having a right to get a copy of, you can say, books of accounts and sorry, financial statement, and you can say annual return, because books of accounts are not open to everyone. My last part, and which is quite important for examination, again, for case law purpose, tell me AOC 4 is for what? AOC 4 is for what? No, it's not luxury. If such luxury or just for one student, it's not CSR, Arjun. Okay, fine. Okay, I repeat. AOC 4 is for what? That is for PNL and balance sheet filing. I repeat, AOC 4 is PNL and balance sheet, right? Filing that you do with your ROC. And those who are telling me annual return is NGT 7. Okay, now listen to me. How many days? I'm considering your queries that are coming, but wait for it. How many days? Within how many days this has to be filed from AGM? Once the AGM is done, within how many days I have to file this with ROC? Perfect. 30 days. It's 30 days. No, it's 30 days. So we call it as a filing season. Who can file? Who can sign in this? CA, CS, CMA in practice? They can, any of them can sign. Okay, this is a kind of, no, I won't say CS. It's open for all. It's a practicing CS, CA or CMA. Anybody can sign. It's not compulsory for CS. But yes, if I talk about MGT7 is only for CS, not for other. So financial statement is open for all. CA, CS, and CMA in practice. Now my point is 30 days. Perfect. Ma'am, my AGM is held and my accounts are adopted. I mean my financial statement is perfectly adopted. I'll file within 30 days, well accepted. Ma'am, what if AGM held but my accounts were not adopted? Then come on, tell me first. If not adopted, then within how many days I'll file, or whether I will file also or not? Will I file or not? Will I file or not? Should file. Okay, I agree, should file. But within how many days? Perfect. Perfect. Ma'am, 30 days, but you please mention that this is not adopted. So can I say it is provisional accounts? Can I say it is provisional accounts, right? Once your adjourned AGM again will be conducted, again you will file final. So here you will file two times. One is provisional, one is final. Okay, my question is, ma'am, AGM was not held at all. AGM was not held at all. Then do I need to file? Do I need to file? Come on, fast. True, it's yes. Ma'am, yes. Still you have to file within 30 days again, but from where? From where I should count 30 days? Very true, Chetan. Chetna, sorry. Very correct. So the answer one is I'm getting that, ma'am, to be filed on the date that AGM was supposed to be conducted. Correct. So AGM last date, can I say it's 30th September if you count 6 months? Generally. Generally, last date for AGM for every company is 30th of September, right? If basically we count within 6 months from the end of financial year. So if this is 30th September, can I say from here I'll count 30 days? So should have been held perfect and 30 days. So this is 137. And you should be aware about 137 because there are so many sections. If you want to get some exemptions or something like that, you should not be defaulting section 92 and 137, that is annual return filing, and you can say filing of your P&L and balance sheet. Agreed. And here 138 is internal auditor. Fine. Before that, there was one doubt. Just let me see the doubt. There is one, as per Companies Act, section clause 135. Can you please elaborate this part? I elaborated full CSR. So I just repeat, CSR is something compulsory for few companies, that if your profit is crossing 5 crores or more, your net worth is crossing 500 crores or more, or if your turnover is crossing 1,000 crores or more in immediately preceding year, then you have to do CSR minimum 2% of your last 3 years profit, right? Average profit. And to do that CSR, make sure if you are going with a trust or society or Section 8 company, that administrative expenses keep it 5%. The one who asked me, ma'am, administrative expenses also CSR. It's not CSR. Listen to me very carefully. If I want to give food packets and I have a balance of 5 crore rupees to give that food packet. Now, if I have, suppose, employees, total employees, I'm appointing 1,000. If they are taking salary of 10,000, right? Let's take example 10,000. 1 crore is gone. Then what you'll do? Just 4 crores. So please be careful. That's the reason 5% is the limit given as administrative expenses, so that you will do less expenses to do more CSR. My next question, just because you have asked, so my one more question. If I am putting this amount, like I'm building a school, and school will take time to build. So if I'm building a school and I have 79 crore rupees total as CSR, I have kept it in bank because on first day I won't need it. I may need in a gradual way. So tell me, if I have already utilized 62 crores, but still balance amount is in bank account and I'm earning interest on it, will that interest, be a part of CSR contribution only, or company will take it as income? It's company's personal income or a part of CSR? Tell me. It's a part of CSR or company will take it as income? So it's a part of CSR. You will treat it as a part of CSR. Part of CSR, not company's personal income. So anything you earned out of CSR contribution will be part of CSR only. Right? Clear? It's a part of CSR. Okay. Okay, fine. So again, company cannot claim it. So this is something about CSR and accounts. Always, Arjun, there is a provision that you should not do murder, but still, what if murder is done? There will be some penal provision, simple as that. So this is not a question. So basically, if I say it's written in law, you should not do murder, but still murders are happening. So if it is breached, then will be consequences, simple as that. So law is always with some penalties. So obviously, why would I go with the penal provision? I know I cannot do it, so I'll do it. What if examination form is not filed by a student? Again, there will be a consequence. Simple as that. So yes, moving forward with the other part, that this is something about CSR and accounts, and now I'm going for auditor. So few topics I'll cover for auditor, which is quite important. I want you to very much focus on section 139 and 141, you know, that eligibility criteria. So before I discuss anything about it, because it's a chapter that you have done in inter also and in final also, so I would request that if you can tell me any section you want me to, you know, go with, or some direct question I can go, or if you have a doubt, you can put it in chat box, because I know this chapter is done for like twice by you. So you tell me, otherwise I'll just go with the next part. Arjun, you didn't get my answer then. You didn't get my question, so I'll tell you something. I wasn't talking about expenditure that you understood. Wait a second. So wait a second. What you understood, what I said was different. So let me just go with the basic of it again. If my profit of last 3 years is 12 crores, okay, last 3 years, 12 crores. Can I say average of this will be 4 crores? Do tell me yes, if you are clear with me, Arjun. Okay, 4 crores. Can I say 2% of it I need to do as CSR? Right? So 2% of this, I can say 8 lakhs. So this is, can I say my CSR expenditure? Yes or no? My CSR expenditure. If this is my CSR expenditure, total CSR contribution, I mean to say. Wait a second, wait a second. So if this is 8 lakhs, 8 lakhs I want to do my CSR. So to do the CSR, you can definitely put some expenditure. Obviously, I have to appoint some people. I have to go with some registry. I have to do some paperwork. I have to do some admin work. Please make sure you will do maximum administrative expenses possible. That is 5% of this 8 lakhs. That was the provision. If you do more, then there are consequences. All simple, I can say. So this is your 2%. Make sure your expenditure should limit up to this. Okay, so I have all the notes prepared and it is open for all. You will find a link on Telegram, that is CS Hema Chatani. So those who are asking for notes, it's open for all for free, like anybody can use it. So you can go find this and can download anyway, right? That is something, every note is there for your chapter, every summary. Okay. So those who are asking me for notes or anything. And still I'll share it with your institute once the sessions will be done. Clear any further query that or help I can do. Okay, so before that, tell me Fatafat for auditor. Come on fast. Okay, so I'm getting some doubts, but I'll just cover a few more topics with that auditor. I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay. So yesterday I wanted to ask you one query, but I missed out, and now I would like to ask. Can I say before I go with the you can say next part, I want to ask one important provision of director, because that was amendment, and amendment is there old, but question is important. So listen to me very carefully and answer. So I'll take some examples here. For example, Vinaya is appointed as a director, okay, by the company, I mean board of directors, and then AGM happened, and Vinaya was, you can say, approval was given for the appointment of Vinaya, right? General meeting also done, and they also, shareholders also said yes. Then what happened? Due to some issues or something like happened, and Vinaya left the company. So Vinaya left the company, and now because there is a casual vacancy, we appointed Mahesh as a director in place of Vinaya. So Mahesh is, can I say, is going to be there till the time Vinaya was supposed to be there. And once the AGM will come, our EGM will come, we will again put the proposal of Mahesh for the, kind of regularization, and shareholders will say yes, and we will continue with Mahesh. Now the point is, before any AGM, EGM can be conducted, there are some more issues with Mahesh, and Mahesh couldn't continue with the company, or maybe something happened that again he left, or we removed, whatever it is. My question is, Mahesh vacancy is casual vacancy or not? Yes or no? If it is casual vacancy, then who will fill this vacancy, or it's not a casual vacancy at all? Come on, fast. Is it a casual vacancy? That is my question. Yes or no? As per section 161, subsection 4. Okay, makes answers. Okay, so basically I want to give you one conclusion and be clear with this conclusion. Casual vacancy is only when the director who's leaving was appointed by shareholders. I repeat, casual vacancy is only when director who was appointed maybe by director, but I mean board of director, but afterwards that regularization happened by shareholder. Now you tell me here, for Mahesh, was this done by the shareholder yet? Is it a casual vacancy? Then tell me. Is it a casual vacancy? Then tell me. Perfect. It's not casual vacancy. It's not casual vacancy. Perfect. Right. Next. Now, auditors. So section 139, I want you to focus on 4 subsections: 1, 5, 6, and 7. I repeat, 1, 5, 6, and 7. 1 and 5 is for subsequent auditors, and 6 and 7 is for first auditors. There is nothing a different type of vacancy. All I want to say is that casual vacancy can be filled up by directors only, but this vacancy will not be filled up by directors because this is not casual vacancy. So shareholder will appoint somebody in the place, not board of directors. Clear, Ankita? There is no different type of vacancy. There is no new word, but all I can say, this is not a power of director anymore. Because in casual vacancy, it's a power of director to appoint somebody. Yes? Okay. Now, any query for this part or any other part till now? So I'll touch the auditor part. Come on, fast. Anyone? Anyone, come on, fast. So that there won't be any missed out. Okay, just a second. There is nothing like definition of casual vacancy. You can refer your section number 161, subsection 4, casual vacancy in director's chapter. There is nothing like definition, it's a provision. That if any director is appointed and regularized by shareholders in general meeting, and if you are into general meeting, appointed, and then you leave, then only it's a casual vacancy. So it's a vacancy, not a casual vacancy. So Mahesh's vacancy is general vacancy. It's not a casual vacancy, because casual vacancy is something that can be filled up by board of directors. So here all I wanted to discuss is that in Mahesh's place, only shareholder can find somebody and not the board of director. Clear? Clear, Mukul? Clear, Vinaya? Okay, fine. Okay, anything else? Okay. So now moving with the next part. So I repeat, section 139 is about auditor. Subsection 1, 5, 6, and 7. I want you to focus very much. One is that auditor once appointed will be there for 5 years, right? And if it is firm, then 10 years, we know that. But once it is appointed in the general meeting, I mean AGM only, then till 6th AGM you will be there, and then from 6 to 11, from 11 to continuing 5 years. That's how it will be. That's how it will be. So now the next part is, if I am talking about government company and the subsequent auditor, how many days, within how many days CNAG will appoint? Come on, fast. Within how many days from where? Come on, fast. If it is government company, and it's not 15, wrong answer. Within how many days CNAG will appoint? 30, wrong answer. I know there will be so many answers which will be coming wrong because there are so many days given. So you will mix it. Very correct, Jashwanti. It's a commencement of financial year within 180 days. No, it's not 60. That is for first. That's for first. I'm talking about subsequent auditor. So subsequent auditor in government company from the commencement of financial year within 180 days from the commencement of financial year. Those who are answering me, ma'am, 60, that is correct for first auditor of government company. So my question is, if it is first auditor of government company, who will appoint again CAG, CNAG? If CNAG is appointing within how many days? 60. If CAG fails to appoint, who will appoint within how many days? Who will appoint within how many days? True. 30 days board. If board also fails, then 30 days board is a correct answer. If board also fails in 30, then members or shareholder agreed. How many days? Correct, Shruti. Correct, Priya. 60. So can I say, no, it's not 90. You mixed for other companies. I'm talking about government companies. So listen to me very carefully. I'm talking about just, you can say, government company. If it is first auditor, 180 days. If it is subsequent auditor, 60, 30, 60. 60 CAD, 30 members, and last one, that is again 60 for members. Now, let's talk about other companies, which is not a government company. If you are not a government company, I repeat, if you are not a government company, then appointed in general meeting, that to AGM by shareholder for 5 years, got it. What about first auditor? Who will appoint first auditor in government company? Sorry, other than government company, who and how many days? Who and how many days? Perfect. 30 days board of directors. Perfect. 30 days board of directors answer. What if board fails to appoint within how many days? What if board fails then within how many days? Perfect. 90 days. So those who are mixing, it's not next 30. It's 30 and 90. I repeat. 30, 90. And for government, it was 60, 30, 60. Clear? So subsection 1, 5, 6, 7 for appointment of subsequent auditor and first auditor. For subsequent, other than government company, AGM, 5 years. For first auditor, non-government company, 30, 90. If it is government, then 180 from the commencement every year. So subsequent and government company. For a first auditor, 60, CNAG, 30, board, 60. Then members, and it is always expiry of 60, then 30, expiry of 30, and then next 60. Same with expiry of 30, then 90. So do check. So from section 139, you should be well versed with 1, 5, 6, and 7 specifically. Can I go on casual vacancy 8 for auditor? My question to all of you. So those who are telling me, ma'am, please repeat. I just gave you a summary. So government company first, government company subsequent, 180 days from financial year's commencement. And the government company first, 60, then CAG, 30, then board, and 60, that is members. This is on screen. This is on screen, Amit. This is for government company. For non-government company, for subsequent AGM members for 5 years, and for first 30 board, and then if board fails, 90 members. Now clear? I repeat it. Just a second. Clear everyone now? It's on screen, it's on screen. Perfect. Now, next, casual vacancy. If it is government company and casual vacancy in the position of auditor, who will fill that? How many days? Come on, fast, fast. Who many days? Oh, sorry. Who will fill up how many days? Okay, CAT 30. CAT fails. CAT 30 is the correct answer. CAT fails to appoint who will? Who will? Who will? Who will? CAT fails to appoint who will? Board. How many days? 30. So can I say if it is casual vacancy, then government company 30 CAD. If CAT fails, then 30 board. Okay, fine. Next part. What if it is non-government company? Who will fill up casual vacancy? Board. How many days? Again 30. What if it is case of resignation? I repeat. What is case of resignation? What will happen? Case of resignation. Case of resignation is 3 months shareholders approval. Very true. 3 months shareholders approval. Very true. 3 months shareholder approval is a specific case where there is a resignation of auditor. Perfect. So section 139, I want you to focus on this. Now I want to ask you more queries to all of you. Ready? This base, I know it's confusing. It's something that we can forget, but you have to remember. And this is what I have just bifurcated. Clear? Shall I go with the next part now? Okay. Now, my question to all of you. Priya is the auditor of ABC Limited. Priya is the auditor of ABC Limited, and she is a partner in her firm, and the firm is actually auditor, and Priya is doing audit. Now, Priya is completing the term of 5-10 years, whatever it is, and now we are considering other firm where Priya is a partner. Priya is a partner there also. Can we appoint such audit firm? Can we appoint such audit firm? If no, then I still want to appoint. What would be the cooling period? If no, then I want to ask, what would be the cooling period if I want to appoint the firm where she is having, connection or a network? Cooling period. What is the cooling period? Yesterday only I informed you, while discussing independent directors cooling. I compared two cooling periods. It is 5 years. It's 5 years cooling. So listen to me very carefully. I'm changing the question. Priya and Kalyani are both the partners, right? Their firm name is A, and they are my auditors. Now they completed their term. I cannot appoint same firm for 5 years, right? Cooling period of 5 years. Agreed. Now I want to appoint firm name called B, and in B, Kalyani is partner there also. Can I appoint that firm B? No. So you cannot appoint same firm. You cannot appoint other firm also where they have a connection. Clear? Clear? Perfect. My next question. Section number 140 is the removal and resignation. If auditor want to resign, it's fine. They can resign and they need to inform the reasons also of resignation. My next question. What if it is removal of auditor and you want to remove? Whose permission will be taken? Who's the authority? Tell me. Who is the authority to go for permission of? Okay, Priya. Board is the one who's removing. Then why board authority? I'm asking authority. Somebody obviously bigger than board or shareholder. I would have referred resolution if I wanted to know the answer as members. Who is the authority? Everyone, who's the authority? Everybody is saying, majority students are saying central government. Guys, central government, I want you to add somewhere where you can remember central government bracket power is delegated to RD. Correct, Deepmala, correct. No answer, no answer. So if you need to take a permission of removal, you have to take to central government. The form you will be filing with central government, but central government has delegated that power to regional director. So be careful. The answer is RD. Currently, it is RD. Okay. If somewhere any auditor is involved in fraud or something like that, and if NCLT tell you to remove such auditor, within how many days you need to remove the auditor under subsection 5 of 140? Within how many days you'll remove the auditor? You'll change your auditor because NCLT said so. It's not 30. No, it's not 30. It's not 30. If NCLT order you under 140 subsection 5, within how many days you'll remove such auditor? Come on. It's not 60, it's not 30. No, it's not 14 also. Correct, Priya. It's 15 days. It's 15 days from the order you have to change your auditor. 15 days, everyone. 1, 5, 15. My next question comes that if you are removing such auditor and if NCLT is removing such auditor, this auditor will not be able to do audit for how many years? If NCLT removing or debarring such or restricting some auditor to do audit for how many years they cannot do audit? Mixed answers are coming. 5, 3, 7, 2. We are not playing game of numbers. No, it's not. 2 is not correct. 3 is not correct. 7 is not correct. 10 is also not correct. It's 5. So those who said 5 is correct. For 5 years, that similar auditor will not be appointed anywhere. Or 10 years was of NFRA power. NFRA has a power of restricting some auditors for you can say maximum 10 years. Maximum 10 years. So here it's 5 years. Perfect. Next now, this is 141. Most important for your, you can say case law examination. If they want to go with the cases, they want to go for MCQs, be careful. Section 141 is, that eligibility and you can say disqualification or something like that. Subsection 1 and 2 is talking about qualification and eligibility. Subsection 3 talks about disqualification. If you fall in disqualification, you have to vacate the office under subsection 4. Okay. My first question for the disqualification is LLP qualified to be auditor? Yes or no? If LLP qualified to be auditor, yes or no? LLP is qualified to be auditor, yes or no? Okay, so some mixed answers came, but majority answer was correct. It was yes. LLP can do audit. My second question, any company can be auditor? Any company can be auditor, yes or no? Yes or no? Any company can be auditor? Never. Company can never be auditor. Body corporate can never be auditor. Only LLP can be, partnership can be, individual can be. I repeat, body corporate cannot be audited. So company, no. Answer is no. Okay, my third question. I want to be auditor, but my relative is holding face value worth 50,000 shares in the same company where I want to be auditor. Can I be? Can I be? 50,000. My relative is holding 50,000 in the company where I want to be auditor. Mixed answers are coming. You have to check this provision. Be careful. Be careful. These are very important points. I said my relative, and there is one exception for relative. No duals. You have to check the provision. Very true. Limit is maximum 1 lakh rupees. No, it's 1 lakh. It's 1 lakh. It's 1 lakh rupees. Limit is 1 lakh. How much I said? What is the amount I said? 50,000. I said 50,000. I again want to repeat my question because majority students were wrong in the answer. I repeat my query. If I want to be auditor in the ABC and in the ABC my relative is holding 50,000 worth face value shares, can I be? Can I be now? Yes or no? Come on, fast. Come on, fast. I can be. Now listen to my question again. I am auditor of ABC because my relative was holding just 50,000. My relative was holding just 50,000 face value. So I got appointment in the company as auditor. Now suddenly my relative, increase the, you can say, investment up to 1,27,000. Can I be there or I have to immediately vacate the office? Immediate vacation or is there any option? If I did not said market, I said he increased the investment. So he purchased new share and 127, 127, I'm talking about face value. I'm not talking about market value. I repeat. There are few who saying repeat the question. I repeat my question. I am auditor. I am auditor of ABC Limited, where my relative was holding 50,000 face value only, but he got opportunity and to purchase more share. So he purchased more share, and now he has investment up to face value up to 1,27,000. Can I be there as auditor continuing, or I have to immediate vacate the office? Immediately vacate the office, or is there any option available? Correct, Shruti. Agreed. So guys, listen to me carefully. You don't need to immediately vacate the office. Correct, Ankit. Correct, Ankit. So no need of vacation of, you can say, office immediately. You have 60 days to correct it. If within 60 days from such event happened, you can bring it up to below 1 lakh or up to 1 lakh again, then you can continue. If this default is still continuing for 60 days, then you have to vacate. So can I say I have a correction option available till 60 days? I can convince my relative, please do something. Yes, so it's 60 days. I repeat, it's 60 days to correct the action so that you can continue. If still 60 days it's not corrected, you have to leave. Clear? One more question. Next question. Next question. My partner is having 20,000 face value shares in the company where we are thinking to be auditors. My partner is having. Are we eligible? Yes or no? Only 20,000 face value. Only 20,000 face value shares we have. Can we? Yes or no? Come on, fast. Okay, I don't think so. But I don't need diplomatic answers. I need clear answers. So guys, you cannot be, because that 1 lakh exception is only for relative. I repeat, 1 lakh exception is only for relative, not for others. So you cannot have 1,000 is per act. According to rules, the value is 1 lakh rupees. It's not 1,000. It's printed 1,000 because of the provision, but you check the rules, its current limit is 1 lakh. Be careful. 1,000 is per act, and central government is having power to decide, so it's 1 lakh right now. So I repeat, partner and partner and auditor himself and relative cannot hold anything at all, but for relative it's an exception. You see the proper language, you'll find only relative is an exception, provided that relative can hold. So be careful. Partner cannot have a single rupee shares. But can we have a loan? I want to be auditor, my partner or my relative. Can we have a loan? If yes, then what is the maximum amount of loan that we can have with the company or holding or subsidiary or associate? Can we have a loan thing? Come on, fast. Yes or no? Correct, Pradeep. Correct, Ankit. So there are few students telling me, ma'am, 5 lakhs. There are few students telling me, ma'am, 1 lakh. There are few students telling me, no, not at all. I'll give you answer. Loan is fine up to 5 lakh. If it's not exceeding 5 lakh, then you're qualified. Even though you have, your relative have, or your partner, it's fine. Combining not more than 5 lakh. And 1 lakh is for relative holding shares or securities, and 1 lakh for guarantee amount also. But for loan indebtedness, it's maximum 5 lakhs, which is allowed. Clear? So I repeat, ma'am, can I have a shares of the company? No. Can I? Okay, I don't have, my partner is having share? No, not possible. But my relative, yes, up to 1 lakh face value. Ma'am, my partner or relative, can we have loans? Yes, maximum 5 lakh. Ma'am, can my relative and you can say my partner, can we have a guarantee kind of transaction with company or holding subsidy? Yes, maximum 1 lakh rupees. Clear? Clear? My next question coming. Ready? My next question is coming for you. How many maximum audits one can take? Come on, tell me fast. How many maximum audit one can take? Okay, it's 20 that you're telling me. If it is 20, then just tell me 20 of what? It's a per partner or a firm? It's a per partner limit or a firm? Come on, tell me. It's a per partner or a firm? Okay, guys, those who are telling me, ma'am, 20 per firm, then do you think if you are having 20 per firm, do you think anybody will ever enter into partnership? It's per partner, but obvious, guys. It's per partner. Otherwise, nobody will enter. My question is whether small company audit will be counted in the limit of 20? Yes or no? For dormant company, for small company, for OPC, and some of the correct. Some of the companies are exempted, so that will not be counted in the limit of 20. I am convicted for offense of any, offense, and I'm convicted. I'm into imprisonment or something like that happened. I cannot do audit. I know how many years I cannot do audit after the sentence. Come on, how many years I cannot do audit after the sentence? Mixed answers. So you can understand that your numbers are mixing so much. It's 10 years. It's not 5. It's 10 years. So few answers are correct. Few are not correct. Those who said 5 years, no. It's 10 years. I cannot do audit after conviction. So 5 years was correct for the director, not for this. Clear? Okay. One more query. One more query. I am auditor of Indigo flights. I'm auditor of Indigo flight and I want to fly to Mumbai. So I booked my ticket and which is a normal price what they charge from public. Can I be now auditor? Can I continue with, as auditor in the company? I can because it's an ordinary course of business and it's fine. It's fine. True. Agree. Fine. So this is something about 141. I would like to repeat. Be careful, students. For section number 141, section 139, and section 143, the weightage is quite important because the case laws are so many. MCQs can be so many. And I would like to discuss one more thing. You know that section 143 is the powers and duties of auditor. In that subsection 12 is about reporting of fraud. And you know that for cost auditor, for second auditor, and for statutory auditor, all three authorities, all three professionals, you know that reporting of fraud is common, which is applicable mutandis to all the professionals. So I would like to ask one query to all of you here. When central government's involvement is there, when central government's involvement will be coming for the reporting of fraud, what is the amount limit? Tell me. What is the amount in the act given? I want to be very specific and I want to know specific answer. Is it 1 crore or more than 1 crore, less than 1 crore, dot 1 crore what? Be careful while answering. It's 1 crore or more because it's written. If it is less than 1 crore, no central government. If it is 1 crore or more, then we will go with the central government. So my question again, in whole the auditor chapter, whole chapter of auditor, if I am having audit committee falling in section number 177, if I have audit committee, right, and recommendation would be coming from audit committee, so is it so compulsory to follow that recommendation by board? If not, then what they need to do? Is it compulsory to listen to audit committee? If yes, fine. If no, then what is the consequences on board? What they are supposed to do? Tell me. Okay. So all I can say, no, it's not compulsory because it is just a recommendation. So if there is audit committee and you're not listening to them, you're not okay with the suggestion that they are giving for the auditor, it's fine, but you just have to give a disclosure in the board report that why you did not agree to audit committee. Perfect. Fine. Now I would like to go for a cost audit because that is major important. Okay. Is it compulsory to go for cost audit for every company? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay, let's take an example. Yes, it's compulsory if I'm falling in that 25 crores, 50 crores, or I'm falling in 35 crores or 100 crores for regulated sector or non-regulated sector. You are aware about this rule number 4. Agreed, agreed. Rule number 4, you're agreed. You're aware of. My question to all of you, if it is applicable to us, who will appoint cost auditor? Yeah, I said amount 25, 50. 3,500. Rule number 4. So who will appoint? Within how many days? Who will appoint within how many days? Within how many days? Come on, fast. Board of Director, okay. How many days? And from when? Within how many days? Okay. Within 180, I agree. But are you sure it's the end of a financial year or it's a commencement of financial year? It's 180. It's end or it's commencement. Be careful with this. It's a closure or commencement. Because you have seen both the limits in the same section, 148. That's what I'm asking. I know there will be a confusion. It's a commencement or end, student, because majority are telling me end here. And I'm not expecting this answer. This answer should not be wrong. It's a commencement. You know, the one answer is there that end of 180, and that is for giving cost audit report. That is for giving cost audit report. So it's a commencement 180 and audit report will be submitted within 180, correct, Ruti? My question is, if it is end of year 180 days report, which is the form for giving report? You should be knowing about your own report. Which is the audit report format? Come on, fast. Okay, fine. Which CRA it is? CRA which one? Audit report format. CRA 1 is not correct answer. CRA 1 is just a maintenance of cost record. CRA 2 is just informing about the appointment of cost auditor. CRA 3 and CRA 4 will be giving the report to central government with the comments of board, reply of board. CRA 3 is the format of audit report. True. Agreed. Perfect. So this is about auditor. Then moving forward with the next part. Any other point that you want to ask about auditor? Anything that you want to ask about auditor? Come on, fast. For cost auditor, what, Vijayashri, what you want me to repeat? Can you just be specific? So next part, I'm taking compromise and arrangement, merger amalgamation. I'll cover operation mismanagement. Fine. Okay. Turnover and appointment. Okay, so you are aware about that you have a regulated sector companies, that is A, and a non-regulated companies, that is B part, and there are some lists given about like 6 entries, and here about 33 entries kind of numbers are given, and the list of company is given. So if you are in any of them, the list, then as per rule number 3, if you are having 35 crores or more, 35 crores or more of the, you can say, turnover in a preceding financial year, you will check. If you are falling in that, then you have to maintain your cost record. But just because you are maintaining, that doesn't mean you'll go with the audit also. Audit will be applicable only when, if you are here, then the product because of which you're falling in the cost records is 25 crores or more, and your aggregate turnover is 50 crores or more. And for this type of company, it is 35 crores or more and 50 crores or more. Sorry, 100 crores or more. Here it's 50, here it's 100. Then in such situation, you have to go for cost audit by cost accounting and practice only. Clear? The one who told me to repeat. I guess Vijayashri told me. Yes, Vijayashri, clear? See, it's a choice because cost records will not be compulsory at all till you are falling in the, you can say, provisions. Because if you are falling in the provision and then you don't maintain, then you will be having a trouble like a penalty and all. And in other case, there are so many companies who do follow. Even you and me maintain our cost sheet, maybe our own expenses. But it's more like you don't need to do it as per the act. If you're doing for reconciliation, if you're doing for your own stuff, it's fine. For every manufacturing company would go with the costing. And but objects costing is very common for everyone. It's different. It's different that when you need to maintain, then you have to follow CRA1. Then you have to go for format. So we have accountancy as per Desinama also. We have accountancy for double entry also. There are so many still firms who are not falling in the corporate culture. They are still having their financial statements. I mean, whatever accounts they maintain in the Desinama still, or a single entry. Fine. So shall I go with the next part? Now I discussed basic of operation mismanagement yesterday. So still there are few who are talking about discussing the point again or in bit of detail. So just a small chapter I would go with. So because I'm sure that there is a concept needed, so I'm directly going on concept. Okay. Shall I go with the operation mismanagement? Any further query for the same? Shall I clear till now? So I'm discussing operation and mismanagement. Okay. So basically, see, I'll give you the concept because I thought you must have read the introductory part, initial part. So now I would like to go with the concept. So listen to me very carefully. If there is a company did a fraud, okay, if a company, no issues. So no issues, no issues. We'll be discussing that. So operation and mismanagement, if I talk about any company did a fraud. Now listen to me very carefully. If because of this fraud, for example, 10,000 shareholders got affected. Okay. One of you, one of me, there are so many others, we got affected. Now you think, I'm going for a court. Okay. I'm going for a court. Somebody else went in court. You went in court. So many. Can I say there will be multiple suits for just single matter? Can I say that? Yes. So if it is single matter and multiple suit, it's a time waste of court. And can I say it's a wrong thing to say shareholder got affected? Rather, I should say company got affected. Company means ultimately shareholders, all the members or the owner of the company. Can I say the real plaintiff, real affected personality is not you, it's company itself? Can I say that? Yes or no? Come on, fast. I need reward. So can I say company is the real plaintiff? And that is the real crux of Post versus Habital case, which say it's not you individually, we will not accept this case. Case should be filed by real plaintiff, and real plaintiff is company. Ma'am, come on, what are you talking about? Company is artificial, no? Understood. If company is artificial, you can file a case. You can file a case like how many? So it's written 1/10 of total members or 100, whichever is less, or person or persons holding 1/10 of issued capital. It's the only place where issued capital is given. Otherwise, everywhere you will find paid up capital. Okay. If company is having capital, ma'am, company is without capital, no issue. There is no share capital, then 1/5 of total number of members. If this many file a complaint together in the NCLT, we will assume it is filed by company. Now clear? And when we filed a complaint, we needed to find some people who are ready to file along with us. We tried to find, but we are just, missing out 3-4 members to be a part of like eligibility criteria. So we went in NCLT and NCLT said it's okay. We understand there is a major concern and there are few who are not ready. We are waiver of this limit. If NCLT is waiving it, then you're lucky. Then you can still go for it without having this, you can say, limits fulfilled, if NCLT is okay with it. So we will file case with NCLT. Why? Because there is some mismanagement is going on, there is some ownership is changing is going on, some assets are being sold, and we are not understanding what is happening. And the idea, you tell me, if parents are slapping a child, the idea is not to hurt them, the idea is just to improve them. So real idea behind this is, sir, we don't want this company to be wound up. All we need is just a solution. So there is no bad thing about company. It's just management is bad. That's why we are like, we want to revive the company. We want to change the management so that company can be in safe hands. That's the main crux of the chapter. If you are having this criteria, then file application to NCLT under 241. If NCLT accept your application, then they will give order under 244 2, and in your book, your material, ABCD is given for how many such order can be passed by NCLT to control this situation. 243, if there is any contract of MD, manager or kind of, that will be terminated or may be modified, and do not dare to ask loss of office compensation. 244 is the, this number. And then 245 is a class action. So sometimes like deposit holders had a same problem or something like that. Then such kind of people will also go for filing a case. And 246, that some other sections will also be applicable if case is filed in the NCLT. 246 is fine. It's just a procedural section, not so important. So this is all about operation and mismanagement. Any query now? If clear, then tell me clear. If you have a query, you can put it. So one more thing I discussed yesterday, because there were few who were not there, I would again like to inform you one thing. If you are filing a case on the same day you had this eligibility criteria fulfilled of 10, 110, 100, fine, and case was accepted, but on a hearing date, there are few people who left their support to you, it's fine, not an issue. This is still valid. The application will be still admitted, still accepted, and hearing will continue. Doesn't matter. Now we have this. So it's just at the time of admission, this will be there. After that, doesn't matter. Clear? Any doubt? Shall I go with the next part now? Point number 7. So just a sec. Can you tell me the page number, please? The one who, yes, Ritu, tell me page number. Page number 188. Okay, yes. So yeah, you're talking about this one. This one, no? Okay, so fine, understood your point. 3 months and one, got it. So basically, the interpretation of this point, for example, Ritu, you are one of the person whom the company has transferred some property, some goods, or maybe cash or anything like that, right? Just 3 months before or within that 3 months when this case was filed. So case is filed today in NCLT for operation and mismanagement by members, and today it's 11th of November and we filed the case, and NCLT checked that you got few properties from the company. Now, you think about it, if this company will go into insolvency, can I say according to section number 53, there will be some sequence. There is some sequence to pay, right? And according to that, you will be getting a money back, whatever you receive right now, you must be getting that money in the 4th or 5th sequence. But luckily here you got more early. Can I say because of you, those people who should be getting priority will be having some loss? Yes or no? So can I say you got bit better provision or better preference compared to what you should have received, and that's when we will cancel such transfer and we will retake the properties back from you, and we will go according to the normal sequence, not the priority. So this is called a fraudulent or a wrongful preference that you have learned in winding up also. Now clear? Any such other point? Okay, clear? Fine, go. So moving forward with the next chapter. Can I go with the next chapter now? Yes. So now, moving forward with the next part. So you can see in the course curriculum that you have chapter 1, 2, except deposit part, dividend accounts, board, meetings, even inspection inquiry, I won't discuss much. I'll just discuss with the 3 provision of the difference of these 3, because it's quite of a procedural work where there is less technicality. H I'll discuss but tomorrow. I already discussed. J is no more there. K, fine, winding up. Company incorporated outside India, I won't discuss this. Again, basic. Offense penalty, I won't. NCLT, again, procedural. IBC, I already discussed. Now I'm thinking that let's go for one other corporate law, right? And tomorrow we'll be doing the last 2 chapters pending for the company law. Fine. Can I go with the other laws also? Right? Shall we? Then important chapter I'll be covering, because you know that it's a 25 marks. And the chapter, if you see, SEBI law, that is SCARA, SEBI Act, and somewhat LODR, ICDR guidelines. And those who are having old module, make sure you should be having a guideline, this one. That you can see it's written 2018. If you have a module of guideline 2009, please change accordingly, because that is old one, this is new one. So you should be having 2018 guidelines. Now, there are 3 acts you can say which are case law based. Okay, your banking and your insurance sector is you can say comparatively chapter number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I see, highest portion would be from Competition Act, because that is majorly important chapter. Banking and insurance, they do ask one question of 3 marks, 3 marks, or maybe sometimes 4 marks. So maybe sometimes it's quite possible that either banking regulation is being asked or insurance is being asked. So still, it's quite very less content is covered. But now, before that, I would like to go for Competition Act. Competition Act, 3 more important points to take care of, and accordingly you will go. So there is a one technique I'll tell you to read the chapter. Do not read from page number 1 to last page. Don't read like that. Competition Act is something that you should be reading in the bit of bifurcated portion. So first of all, we know that in the chapter number 3, competition, we have 3 sections which are of more importance, because the whole chapter is based on 3. Okay. Number 1, that is anti-competitive. Here, dominant position, abuse of dominant position, and combinations. So basically, how I want you to read this chapter for an easy or a convenient way. If you read 3 and 4 section first, then directly go for section number 19 and 20, or 19 only first. Go for 19 and then directly jump on section number 26. That is for inquiry, investigation, everything. Do not read combination part till you read section number 5. So you should combine the portion in a way that first you read anti-competitive, then you read dominant position, and then you read that inquiry and the procedure, how inquiry will be taken forward. The whole thing once done, then you go for section number 5 and 6. Then you go for, you can say, section number 21, 20, 23, 24, and then you can go for section number 30, 31, because it's everything about combination. So humble request, divide your chapter in 3 different parts. Now, important. So I'll just go with the brief of this. Anti-competitive, one line you should be, chipka dene ka line, this one line, that any agreement, anything that is having anti-competitive effect on the competition will be considering as anti-competitive. So anti-competitive, there are some examples given, and that is like tie-in agreement, exclusive supply agreement, exclusive distribution agreement, refusal to deal, resale price maintenance, and okay, fine, this 5 enough. Now I want to ask you one query. If any case law is based on like tie-in, exclusive supply, exclusive distribution. So for example, if I tell you, if you want to distribute it to me, you will not distribute to any other person. Tell me, if such case is asked to you, can you tell me, is it anti-competitive or not? Come on, tell me, is it anti-competitive or not? Tomorrow. I repeat, if there is any tie-in agreement, exclusive supply agreement, exclusive, you can say, distribution agreement, any case law is asked giving you some situations that one person has done into contract or enter into contract, and this will be supplying goods only to A, nobody else. So if this kind of situation is given, can you treat it as anti-competitive agreement? Okay. So I received one very interesting answer, ma'am, may or may not. I wanted that answer only. See, basically, do not say yes or no, because these are examples given in your book also. In every scanner or some reference book, you will find this few examples given that, for example, if you want to deal with me, you cannot deal with anybody else. If you want to supply your goods to me, only to me. If you want to supply my goods, only distribution up to Gujarat, no distribution outside Gujarat. If you want to deal with me, say no to everybody. If you want to resell this goods that I am giving you, right, then make sure nobody else's goods you will be dealing with, or this is the price only. This is the price at which you will sell. I want to tell you one thing, that this is just example. Everything, for example, Mr. A is sitting in one organization and that organization said, make sure if you want to deal with me, you won't deal with anybody else. Now tell me one thing. Every company, क्या हर कंपनी मरी जा रही है क्या कि ए के बिना काम ही नहीं चलेगा? Tell me, is it anti-competitive? Is A so important that without A it will not work? So tell me, is it anti-competitive? It's not. So all I want to tell you is if they will try to give you any case law where some situations are there that you cannot deal with anybody else, please do not jump onto the conclusion that this is anti-competitive. Okay, somebody mentioned that, ma'am, what is the section of anti-competitive agreement? Section number 3. Section number 3 is for anti-competitive agreement of Competition Act 2002. So this depends on situation. Now my question is, 2009, there was one group created that in whole India, we will not give any cement product to anybody. We will not give cement to anyone. They created association, they created cartel, and they did not give cement to anybody. Now tell me, this is anti-competitive or not? This is anti-competitive or not? Can I say they have stopped the supply across country? Okay, if I am not dealing with your law session, somebody else would have dealt it. Simple as that. So if I say no or the other person is saying no, the third person will say yes. If I am saying yes, that it is not like other person cannot say yes. Even if I'm there or not, I'm not, that doesn't matter. Somebody else is there. So it's not going to affect somebody across the country. Without that, कुछ ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग miss out कर जाएंगे. So if I talk about cement, be careful that cement is something, it's basic and whole India is not getting this. Then obviously you can't do, and this association was created and they got huge penalty from the government, huge penalty for creating such cartel. So anti-competitive is the agreement which can stop the supply, production, distribution, warehousing, anything like that. Okay, my second question. If you know section number 3, 4, and 5, trust me, you know so much about competition because this 3 is clear. Rest whole chapter is based on this. Dominant position. Tell me, is it bad to have dominant position? Is it bad to have dominant position? Tell me, tell me. Is it bad to have dominant position? Yes or no? Okay, so you got a rank in your class. Okay, so it's a bad position? No. But if you're misusing that rank, then it's a bad position, bad situation. So be careful. Be careful. Abuse of dominant position is bad. Dominant position is not something which is problematic. If you achieve some dominant position because of the market share that you covered in the market or in the, you can say, GDP contribution, whatever you do, it's like without your product, it's not fine because you're giving quality product. It's fine. But the moment you try to misuse that position in your favor, then it's abuse of dominant position. If you are into abuse of dominant position, then there is a problem. And whenever there is merger, there is amalgamation, there is takeover, or there is share purchase, can I say there will be doubt in the mind of government? These people will try to create monopoly, yes or no? Right? So can I say if they will create monopoly, they'll be happy, we will cry. They'll be happy, we will cry because we have to pay more. When there was a competition, we got something free from Jio. We got for 300 rupees. Now we are getting something same for 600 rupees. Because now competition is becoming less. Vodafone Idea got merged, right? So competitors are less. So ultimately, we will suffer. So when there is a merger, amalgamation, takeover, share purchase, something like that, people will doubt it. And that's where government has control with some limits. So you know that there are some limits given for in India, outside India. If you are crossing the limit, you have to take approval of CCI, that is Competition Commission of India. Now my question is, if you are following any of them and government is having a doubt on you, so government here means CCI. If CCI is having any doubt on you, can I say CCI will appoint somebody to check on you? And who's that somebody? That is my question. Who's that somebody to do inquiry they will appoint? Come on, fast. Who will be that somebody they will appoint to inquire against you, about you? Yes, please. Come on, answer. Selection committee, no, selection committee is a committee just to define who will be there in CCI. I'm saying CCI will give this task of inquiry to someone who will do that inquiry. CCI won't do inquiry directly. There is one officer and you should be knowing. NCLT is not in picture. If you have a problem with CCI, then you can go to NCLT for appeal. Otherwise, no. NCLT is not there in picture. It's CCI. So CCI will send somebody. Okay, the most interesting answer. Investigator. Very true. Very true. Now correct answer came. Ma'am, DG, Director General. Remember? So Director General is the authority. Make sure. Make sure Director General is the authority, right? So Director General is the person who will go with the inquiry, right? And inquiry is something that you can do for anti-competitive agreement, dominant position, and combination. My question to you, guys, I hope you're okay with it because I have converted your whole revision session along with revision in MCQ format so you can get a chance to answer. So it's fine, right? Otherwise, it must be like a reporting that I just need to say the provision. So that's the only point, so you can answer. Okay, fine. Can I ask somewhat more MCQs? Okay, I'm fine. So next question. If DG came in my office or a company to check whether it is anti-competitive, dominant position, combination, merger, and it's something monopoly creating, if they have a doubt, inquiry will go on. If they don't have a doubt or they are giving clean report, will that case be shut directly? Yes or no? Direct shut or no? It's direct shutting down the case or no? It's not direct shutdown of the case. Rather, we can say that this case, first of all, will be given opportunity to the people who complained about it. We will give opportunity to people who complained about it. Once we give that opportunity, then we'll decide if CCI feels no, we should go for a further inquiry. If there is a prima facie evidence, further inquiry. Otherwise, after further inquiry also we did not find anything, then it will be dismissed. But if there is an inquiry and it is found this person is having dominant position, then what steps can be taken to avoid that dominant position abuse, right? It can be, and you have a list given. You have a given like list, like company can be into wind up also, winding up also, but winding up is a last resort, not the first one. We cannot choose winding up at first, it's last. So first we will give simple warning, penalty, selling their stake, telling them to sell, issuing new shares so that control will be bit reduced. This kind of steps can be taken. Right. Now, I'm going with one more thing, combination. If government tell you, okay, we checked your combination scheme and merger amalgamation scheme, fine. How many days maximum with the CCI to say yes or no to combination? Come on, MCQ. How many days maximum with CCI to say yes or no for combinations? It's not 30. It's not 30. It's not 120 also. No, it's not 1 year. Correct, Jaswanti, but I won't say your answer. I'll wait for a few more answers. So it's not 30, it's not 120, it's not 1 year also. Come on, fast, fast. No, it's not 2 years. It's 210 days. The day you file this with CCI, wait for 210 days in total. My question to all of you, if in 210 days I do not get any answer, is it assumed as accepted or assumed as rejected? In 210 days, if I do not get any answer from CCI, shall I assume deemed accepted or rejected? It's deemed accepted. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I filed combination application or a scheme of merger amalgamation, whatever it is, with the CCI, and CCI said, fine, understood, but we want you to modify something. We want you to modify something. I said, we will not modify. Then what? Rejected or accepted? Then what? Rejected or accepted? Rejected. Okay, fine. Obviously rejected. Okay. CCI said modify this. I said okay, I will modify this, but I want to some advise some changes in the modification suggested by you. Can I do that? Yes, I can do that. Once I did it, CCI said no, not accepted with your amendment. Then what I can do? Either modify as per CCI. If not, then again reject. What I'm telling you is the procedure given in section 3031. So if you see 29, 30, 31, it's all about combination. Okay, my next question is, if CCI, okay, who is the best person to know about competition and how the market is going for the competition? Can I say CCI? Who makes policies in India? I repeat, who makes policies in India, normal policies in India? Who makes normal policies in India? Any policy. I'm not talking about companies, I'm talking about any policy. Any policy, come on. It's central government. It's central government will make the policy. Okay. Now it's quite possible now. It's central government. Parliament will make law or rules, but policies will be by central government. Or rules will also be by central government. Parliament can just approve or reject it. Okay. So if policy is made by central government, it's quite possible now the effect of policy is coming on competition also. Yes or no? Yes or no? Possible now? Okay. If that effect is coming on competition, who will be the best advisor for this in India about the effect of competition? Perfect, CCI. My question to all of you, you got my point. If CCI is receiving such, such like central government gave a policy copy to CCI and said, please give us recommendation. How many days, within how many days CCI will give recommendation? That is my next MCQ. Within how many days CCI will give recommendation for the same? 90 days is the wrong answer. No, it's not correct. How many days? Within how many days? Come on, fast. Now correct. 60, yeah, 60 days. 60 is the answer. I repeat, 60 is the answer. CCI will give recommendation within 60 days. My question is it compulsory for central government to listen to such recommendation? Is it compulsory? Yes or no? Come on, come on. Yes or no? No. Can I say it is just advice? Can I say this is just advice? Okay. So this feature of CCI is called as what? This advising feature of CCI is called or is known as what? Dash. I discuss whole provision, now telling you, asking you the heading name, I have reversed the situation. I told you the answers, but I'm asking you the question, heading name, which is given in your book. No, it is not recommendation, obviously. So this feature of CCI is called as what? Come on, this can be the MCQ at final level. They won't be going so easy, no? Okay, it is competition advocacy. I repeat, it's competition advocacy. Advocacy means advisory. Advisory means this is also CCI is doing just advice to central government for any policy decision and effect of policy on the competition. So I repeat, it is called competition advocacy. Clear? Okay, fine. Now, open forum for you. Any query with regard to Competition Act, tell me. Anything. Okay, one more provision is that from section number 7 to almost, you can say around 17 to 18, you will find everything about, you can say, CCI. So I have not covered that. That is a basic short note that who will be there in CCI, what is the experience. So you know that 15 years of experience, term will be 5 years, and age, whichever is less, kind of provisions are given. So that is quite readable. So not so technical. So I'm not going into that. Acha, any other query for competition, specifically Competition Act? Anyone, any query? I guess there was one query. Just a second. So VIGO and Airtel merge with this illegal merger. No, it's not illegal merger. If it is illegal merger, this merger wouldn't have happened, Arjun. So it's not illegal merger. They have followed the norms. That's not illegal merger. Okay, what is section number 19 and what is section number 26? 26, what I already said that prima facie accepted, not accepted, which I mentioned was 26. 19 is the inquiry section. Inquiry means that you have to take some, like you have to inquire that is it really dominant position? Okay, tell me one thing. For example, if any sincere student is there from last 5 years, I'm seeing that student who is very sincere and suddenly I got one complaint about the same student. Do you think I'll be directly taking one judgment? No, there will be so many positive points in coming in my mind about the student that okay, I have never seen the student doing this mischief and how come this complaint, but still I'll consider both positive as well as negative. Section number 19 is about inquiry, and in inquiry there are so many points given where you are going to check like their market share, what is the type of agreement they have entered, what is the benefit they are giving to society or a country, what products they are doing, what is the relevant market share they have. So this kind of inquiry, that is positive and negative aspect, like is there restriction on the new entry or new entrants? Is there any barrier they have created? Is there any monopoly they created? Is there any pricing or something like a procure of raw material that they are following? What is the procedure? So this kind of things will be inquired under section number 19 for all this relevant market, you can say anti-competitive agreement, and then dominant position abuse and even combination. Okay, thresholds. Okay, in your book, tell me what is the threshold given? Is it given like 1,000, crores wala threshold is given or 2,000 crores threshold is given? Section number 5, everyone, in that ABC. Which threshold is given? Perfect, then 2,000 is the correct threshold. 2,000 is the correct threshold. So if it is up to 2,000 for the asset, right, 6,000 for the turnover in India, it's fine. That is. So in threshold is just the limits given. Fine. Any other? So shall I go with the next part? Okay. See, just because of monopoly, that doesn't mean you cannot go for the competition. There is competition in a form of like merger. Because basically, if we see that even if there is coming in the merger, and that can create a bit of monopoly, but we can't stop it. Now, for example, we know that every industry is creating a pollution, but that doesn't mean we can say that in India there will not be any industry anymore. We have to think about growth, economy, as well as some points. So merger is allowed up to certain limits. It's bindas allowed. Beyond certain limits, you have to confirm with CCI first. That's the provision. So even if they are merging, it's fine. Monopoly is going to be there, but there are other competitors also. It's okay. See, the Vodafone, the Airtel, and then Geo. See, the work from home, they came with a very sasta pack. So it's a competition and a benefit to people like us. So it's fine. It's not creating any monopoly so far. Till the day it will be just one Geo. We never know. Yes. Any other? Any other query? Okay. Now, can I go for the, like, we have good time, so I can cover more chapter, like one more. Can I cover FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act? Shall I? Or you want to go with the light chapter? I'm fine with the Foreign Exchange Management Act. One chapter will be done. Let's go with the FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act. 5 minutes break. Is there any faculty giving you break of 5 minutes? Okay, do one thing. I'll just write one small, drawing. Till then, if you want to personally take a break, I'm fine. I'm not taking break. I'll just make a small chart that I want to make. That's fine. You can do it. Yeah, I'm continuing. Okay. So see, basically, when I discuss about foreign exchange management act, till I am aware, practically students are a bit, afraid of this chapter because the technicality that they have. So I totally understand this chapter is quite, you can say, language is bit tricky. So there are some topics that I'll go with, and you have to just bifurcate your whole chapter in topics. So I would not suggest to go from first page to last page. I understand it's quite difficult to do together, so all you can do is just define some topics and separate it. So I'm separating some topics, and you can see I have written current account transaction and capital account transaction. And one more line I'm writing, that is person resident in India. So you have learned this PRI, person resident in India. So my first question to you, how many days you have to be in India to be PRI? Come on, in financial year, preceding financial year. It's not 180. I don't know why so many students who come up with a 180 provision. 180 is nowhere. Everywhere it's 182. It's not 180. Even in director and all this also it was 182. It's not 90, it's 182. It's 182. Perfect. So you know that 182 days. We know this. Fine. That is a basic common point. Now my question is, can I say there is one more written but does not include? This is the most important case law that can be asked, and I really want to just go for this. Can you tell me the page number if you have? Anyone? For this definition part of Foreign Exchange Management Act. Anyone having page number? 335. Just a second. Yes. So few things I'll go with, and first of all, I would like to go with this some of the definitions, and I'll tell you the definition that you should be. I got it. I got it. Few definitions are compulsorily important, and you will do it. You'll remember it. And in that, some of the definition I'm just picking out that you should be knowing. One is capital account transaction. One is capital account transaction. You will do it. Number two, current account transaction. Then FCCB, ticket, or write somewhere. Current account transaction, capital account transaction, FCCB, FDI, foreign exchange, FPI, then person of Indian origin, and person resident in India, and repatriation. These definitions are important. So I was discussing about PRI because I want to discuss somewhat about capital and current account transaction today. So if we just go with the PRI, listen to me very carefully. So I want you to check this, and I want you to focus on few words very neatly. Check this. A person resident in India for more than 182 days, right, during the course of preceding financial year. That is resident, we know that, but does not include. So listen to me very carefully. If you are Indian, you are staying in India, right, from so many years, but now you left India. You left India for employment purpose, you went to US for a job purpose, for business purpose, for vocation, and I don't know for, I mean, any other purpose, but it's not certain when you will come back. There is as such no plan to come back. So if this is the situation, you tell me, if you are not going to stay in India for longer duration, you're going out of India, why would I consider you as PRI? So that is why it is written, but does not include. So we will not consider this person as PRI, and we know it. It's simple because it's written, but does not include. So this is first is not included, and the second one is also not included. Who is the second one? A person who has come to India for a job, for a business, or uncertain period of time. Can you see this is not in included, but it's written otherwise then? So you tell me, my first question to all of you, answer is in front of you. You can refer and tell me, but tell me the correct answer. If you are coming to India from US for any business, right? You will be treated as PRI or not? Yes or no? Tell me, yes or no? Will you be treated as PRI? Yes or no? Okay, so you will be treated as PRI because you will be treated. Answer is yes. Be careful because it's like this. See, it's written but does not include. I totally agree. Check this. It's written does not include. So first is not included. Agreed. And it's written this is also not included. But otherwise than this, can I say these three people are included? Because it's written otherwise then means exception. So can I say exception is inclusion? Yes or no? I repeat. If I say PRI means the person who stays for more than 180 days, but we will not include who left India. We will not include who came India. Except this means this will be included. So this three will be included. If you are coming to India, you will not be included. If you're coming to India for employment, business, or uncertain period of time, then we will include you. And it's but obvious. If anybody is leaving India, then you are not including them. Then somebody is coming to India, then include them, no, for business purpose. So you see, do not miss out on this otherwise then. It's a language game. Earlier in earlier para it was written but does not include. Now it's written otherwise then. So exceptions will be inclusion. Now clear. So tell me, can I say these three people, if you're coming to India for business, profession, vocation, or uncertain period, then you are included in PRI. But same way, if you're leaving India for this three purpose in foreign, then you will not be included. Acha, my one more question. Ma'am, I'm coming to India. Perfect. But I'm not coming for employment. I'm not coming for business. And I'm not even coming for uncertain period. Will I be included? Yes or no? Correct, Vinaya. Correct, Vinaya. First is not included, but second is included because it's first exception. True. Very true. No. Answer is no. You will not be included, ma'am, because you can be included only when you're coming for business, profession, vocation, or uncertain period. And you are not falling in any of them, so you're not included. Perfect. And my next question, if my business is in outside India but controlled from India, can I say FEMA will be applicable PRI, right? Because control is coming from India. Yes, so check this. And reverse. If something is in India but controlled from outside India, doesn't matter. You are in India now. We will cover you. So this is the most important definition. Make sure this is the first point where case law can be asked. Case law can be asked only for this one question that is talking about who is PRI, who is not PRI. Okay, one more answer. My question to all of you: who is PROI? So we know that the answer is just one line, the one who is not PRI. If this is asked for 5 marks or 4 marks or 3 marks, what you'll write? One line? What do you write? One line, yes or no? Just one line you'll write for 4 to 5 marks? Obviously no, ma'am. So what you'll write? PROI means who is not PRI. So can I say after that you have to explain PRI? Yes, you have to explain PRI if such thing is asked. No, you can't write reverse of 1 and 2. You will just write which is not PRI and you will just define PRI. Don't reverse PRI, please. Don't reverse PRI. Okay? Perfect. Okay. Now, my first question to all of you. Capital account, current account transaction. Listen to me very carefully. Very good. So my first question to all of you, If I am person resident in India purchasing a property in UK, I am PRI purchasing property in UK, which transaction it is? Current or capital? Is it current or capital? Come on, fast. Current or capital? Current or capital? Okay, I'll almost answer is capital, in which I say it's correct. My question is, that property I have given on rent. Now that rent income is current or capital? Current or capital? Perfect. Got it, got it. Current. Now listen to me very carefully and do not put any query in between. Wait for it. I'll give you time because this is important to know for you. There are two type of transaction, you know that, current and capital. And let me tell you, the capital account transaction definition is just given that in a way which is not current, or current is written that few examples are given. They haven't given any particular, you can say, definition. They have given inclusive definition where four to five examples are given, and it's written without forgetting the generality. Means there are some other transactions also you can cover, but this is the definition. So now listen to me. If any person is PRI whose asset and liability, I repeat, if any person is PRI, means in India, resident in India, whose asset and liability is getting changed outside India, maybe increase, decrease asset liability means, ma'am, I took a loan, I gave a loan, kind of. But that is happening outside India. This is capital account transaction. Can I say reverse is also capital? If any person is resident outside India, having transaction in India, that is also capital account transaction, same transaction about asset and liability. Now the second point is, ma'am, if you have any income payment receipt or something like that, if I'm PRI and I had taken one consultancy from foreign. For example, I have a doctor's appointment and that is in foreign, and I need to pay doctor's fees. Can I say that is current account transaction for me? Yes or no? Come on, fast. Now you can revert. Can I say that I have to pay? It's current. My doctor's fees will be current because it's an expense. I repeat, I am taking a treatment from the doctor who's in foreign. So can I say I need to pay the fees and that will be current? Clear, Shank? Right? I repeat it. Okay, now listen to me. If that doctor is supposed to be paid by me, can I say I don't have dollars printed in my home? I'm in India. Can I say I have to withdraw currency from India? Yes or no? Yes or no? Perfect. So listen to me. We have capital account and current account transaction. I'm just focusing on current right now. In current account transaction, we have three different heads. There are few transactions that you can do. I repeat, there are few transactions you can do, but for that, you cannot withdraw foreign exchange from India at all. So I'm sorry, if you want to do the transaction, either you earn your foreign currency and give, we are fine, but we will not allow you to withdraw the currency for this purposes. There is a list given. Second, ma'am, you said no for this transaction, understood, prohibited, fine. Ma'am, there are allowed transactions, fine. How much I can withdraw? You can withdraw as an individual in a whole year, 2,50,000 US dollars. So for current account transaction, you can withdraw for so many such transaction list is given up to 2,50,000 US dollar, not more than that, not more than that. If you want to do more than that, then go for RBI approval. So I repeat, there are few transactions that you cannot, for which you cannot withdraw at all. There are few transactions you can do if it is within 2,50,000 US dollar, no approval required. If it is crossing the limit, RBI approval. And third one is there are some transactions can be done only by approval of central government. This is capital account transaction bifurcated in these three things. And just a second, I'll just go with the show you the point also for this. Yeah, so I just want you to be careful here. There are some transactions which are prohibited. So I would just, this is schedule number 1. That is a list of prohibited transactions. Please separate it for your reading. Prohibited withdrawal for this transaction. So from here to here. So these are the transactions for which you can't withdraw foreign exchange from India. No, as such, no need. For you, no. There are so many, but not for you. Your course curriculum is not covering such amendments. Don't worry. So this is one. Second schedule is covering, there are some transactions where you have to take approval of central government. So I'm highlighting that. Just a second. So schedule number 2. So from here till here. So this one, approval of central government. And these three are separate topics. In real Bar Act, it is given for so many pages, but as you have so many other acts also, so the content is quite less. So from schedule 3 till here to here, if I'm writing, if up to limit, no approval, that is 2,50,000 US, but I'm not writing because there are so many other options also. So I'm not writing not covered, and beyond, then RBI approval. No, it's not given. Or to be careful, schedule number 2 is given approval of central government, not of RBI. RBI is for third, not for 2. Schedule 2 is central government, and central government means different ministry. So please, humble request. This is a topic covering 3 different topics. Number 1, that what is the meaning of current account transaction? In that current account transaction, the first schedule I have highlighted. The highlighted portion, I'm again highlighting. So this much portion is schedule number 1. Only this much. This is schedule number 1. This is schedule number 2 till here. And the next part that I'm highlighting is schedule number 3 till last. No, go for this 3. I'm telling you the final one. Because they have created a bit of summary, so it's quite possible. Yes, so 2,50,000, but I would not agree to 2,50,000 directly, because for individual it is different, for corporate it's different. But if you want to write overall general for schedule number 3, 2,50,000 USD is the current limit. Beyond that, you have to go for RBI. That is correct. Agreed. So this is one point that you have to focus. So here again, make sure list of prohibited withdrawals. I'm not saying you can't do the transaction. All I'm trying to say is you can do the transaction, but you have to take approval of, you can say, central government for the schedule number 2. Schedule number 1, you do the transaction, but don't withdraw from India. And third one, you can do the transaction. So for example, ma'am, I'm doing a trip. I'm doing a trip somewhere that is coming in schedule number 3. Any query so far for this part? So please bifurcate this portion in 3 different parts. Okay, any doubt for this? Clear? Ma'am, schedule number 2 required approval of both CG and RBI. No, it's just central government ministry approval. RBI, you just do the filing. That's it, not approval. RBI approval is not needed in schedule number 2, right? It's just needed CG approval. But generally in FEMA, all the rules and regulations are made with the consultation of CG and RBI. So it's just CG, central government, not RBI. Clear, Ashutosh? Okay. Can I go with the next part? So this was about current. Now I'll go with the capital account transaction. So listen to me very carefully. What they have covered. So you can see first point B and what topic I'm covering till here, till this point, F point. You can see on screen. So this is done. I'm removing these drawings. Okay. I hope it's done. Annotations are done. I'm removing all the annotations here. So now I'm going for capital account transactions. That is, I'll tell you a quick trick to remember the capital account transaction. See, capital account transaction can be of 2 different types. Number 1, IMPRI doing transaction outside India. IMPROI doing transaction in India. So first one, it's written that law has created in such a way, RBI is giving the list of the transaction, what transaction you can do without permission. Second, they are giving you amount limit of transaction also, and the transaction can be of what type. So all you need to remember is if they are asking you any such short note of capital account transaction, you're lucky, content is quite less. And in a way that they have covered this list. So this kind of transaction can be done. This kind of transaction can be done. This is. So this 1, 2, 3, you can see that transaction can be done. This one. So this transaction of what type? See, it's written issue of security or foreign security, giving, borrowing, lending, reverse term. Like I am giving you lending that you are borrowing from me. You are PROI, I am PRI. Reverse, you are giving me loan. So that, and then deposit, then export, import of currency, not of goods. Then transfer of immovable property. Can you see that? So if it is on lease, and lease is less than 5 years, then be careful, it's not capital account transaction. I repeat, if you are transferring immovable property, it's fine. But if you are doing any transaction of lease and the lease is not exceeding 5 years, then you are not into capital account transaction. Then giving guarantee and same acquisition and the lease part. So this is about capital account transaction. Any query so far for capital account transaction? So it's simple. In a form, they have covered that first of all, RBI has given the transaction, what type of transaction can be done. That's the first part. See this one. What is the limit they have given and which type of transactions can be regulated. Okay, fine. Any query? Any query for this part? So this is current and capital, and I told you about PRI and PROI. Now I'll go with the one small short note as we have 9 minutes and we can do it. Export, import, current or capital. Export, import depends that if you're doing with the goods and services, obviously it will go with the expenses in a form of current. But if it is kind of like export capitalization, what is that? So I'll tell you. So for example, I have given goods of $10,000 to you and you are not able to pay. I said, it's okay, don't pay me, but just give me a share of your company. Then I'll be holding now capital, holding shares, and then it will become export capitalization. So it depends, Mohan. Clear? Or reverse. If we have taken one technology from foreign on a royalty basis, we couldn't pay. We couldn't pay the amount. Foreign country said, okay, fine, give us the shares in the return, and something you have to give. So we gave shares. So that's how we gave just a kind of something as a consideration. So they have investment in our company now. So it will become capital, from expense to capital. Right. Okay. Now last a small topic I'll take, which is again it's there. So just see, one definition was there, authorized person. Okay, anybody whose license will be taken by authorized person. To be authorized person, whose license you have to take? Come on, tell me. Whose authorization you will be take to be authorized person? RBI. Perfect. Now, if I am okay, fine. RBI will be giving license to any person to be authorized person. So authorized person means a kind of bank or a money changer or offshore banking unit who will give the facility of, you can say, withdrawal or exchange of foreign currency. Now I went to AP, you are AP. Will you ask me the reason why I'm taking the money? I mean foreign exchange, yes or no? Will you ask me the reason, yes or no? Okay, fine. Obviously you'll ask, if I am supposed to travel foreign and for that reason I took money, but unluckily because of COVID, flight got cancelled and I couldn't reach, I couldn't go, can I keep that money with me? Can I keep that money with me? If I next year jayenge, can I keep? No, I have to, if I'm not using, can I say I have to surrender? Can I say I have to surrender, which is compulsory again? Yes, so I have to surrender that amount to AP. Fine. Who gave license to AP? RBI. So can I say RBI have full right to come and inspect also your books of accounts if you're AP? Yes. Can I say if you're AP, RBI gave you license so they can come and give you directions also? right? And if any some odd transaction that you're looking for, odd transaction means something that is fishy. If any client is coming to you and if you doubt that client, say no upfront and inform immediately to RBI. If you fail to follow RBI's direction, do not give books what they're asking for. Can I say AP can also be penalized? Can I say AP will also be penalized? Yes, ma'am, all these things are given in book. Yes, section number 10, that is authorized person. Section number 10, authorized person. It's given there. Section number 10. I'm not sure about the page number. It is covered. Yeah, this one. Yeah, correct. So if it is fine to give you license, they will give you. Otherwise, no. And there is some case law also given now. Okay, tell me. Can I say every foreign currency is foreign exchange? Yes or no? Every foreign currency is foreign exchange also. So indirectly, okay, I got answer as yes, and that's a correct answer. So I'm just going to change it a bit. Answer is yes, foreign currency is a foreign exchange only now, right? So can I say foreign currency is a part and parcel of foreign exchange? Yes. But can I say foreign exchange is equal to foreign currency? Yes or no? Yes or no? So answer is no, it's not yes. And why I did so? Because you can check this. So there is a difference between foreign currency and foreign exchange. So you see, in foreign exchange, there is so much deposit, credit, balance, even currencies inclusive, draft, traveler check, letter of credit, bills of exchange, so much. And you see and so first line itself, that foreign currency and includes. So you check this. If you see foreign currency means only currency, nothing else. So now I hope you understood foreign currency is not always equal to foreign exchange, but foreign exchange is covering currency. So which is a larger term, foreign exchange. So foreign exchange definition should be known. Yes, you have to remember foreign exchange definition. My next question, because that is important, and I'm not saying amendment, but that is important. Okay, tell me, if you are a citizen of Pakistan, can you do current account transaction in India? Think and tell me. Just because I said Pakistan, that doesn't mean answer is no. With reason, say no if it is. So basically, I would say that even if it is citizen of Pakistan, no issues, but we have some different criteria and some more limits and restrictions. It's not direct. It's not direct, yes. So in schedule, there is one transaction which is not allowed if you are a citizen of Pakistan, then your your current account transaction will be a bit more restricted. Even though you're in limits, you still have to take permission. My next question, can you withdraw the amount from India because you want to travel abroad under current account transaction? Yes or no? Can you withdraw forex from India under current account transaction because you want to travel abroad just for a tripping? Yes or no? Come on, pass. I want to ask one more question in this. Those who are telling me no, then why and how? If I cannot withdraw, then what I'll do? How I will travel foreign? So obviously I can withdraw. Kruti, I can withdraw. Right? So I can definitely withdraw. My question is, if that travel destination is Bhutan, if my travel destination is Bhutan or Nepal, can I withdraw money from India? If no, then why? If no, then why? Come on, fast. Come on, fast. No, then why? Because we know that rupee is allowed. So make sure your current account transaction is clearly mentioning that for travel to any country except Nepal and Bhutan. And that is very small bracket. So if they ask you, do not be into opinion that fine now, currency both can be accepted. Kya farak padta hai? Ek farak padta hai. Schedule number not 1, schedule number 3, Deepmala. It's not schedule 1, it's schedule number 3. Private visits to foreign country. Except Nepal and Bhutan, it's not schedule 1. I repeat, it's schedule number 3 of current account transaction, section number 5 of Foreign Exchange Management Act. So I discussed major provision, but now I would go bit reverse because we have 1 minute and I don't want to waste it. So Foreign Exchange Management Act is the Act 1999, because few things that you need to know I'll discuss tomorrow. So FIPB is one authority for FDI. What is the full form of FIPB? What is the full form of FIPB? Come on, fast, fast. Nobody. So Foreign Exchange Management Act is having few authorities. I'm just giving you the clarity. RBI is all-rounder. RBI can be authority everywhere. FIPB is a Foreign Investment Promotion Board, which is the authority for foreign direct investment through urban. And the central government, for few cases, we have to go for central government. Just example we saw in current account transaction. And if it is foreign trade, that is export and import, the authority will change to DGFT. So basically, I have covered few more chapters today, and few are left, like winding up, merger amalgamation, somewhat of deposit. Yeah, there is a limit of keeping the currency. Ashutosh's question, and it is very interesting question, ma'am. What is the limit of keeping foreign currency? So let me tell you, if you're coming from foreign, and you're traveling and you want to continue with the cash, you can keep it maximum. Carrying a cash with you, that too in dollars. So, or at any other currency, but equivalent to 10,000 US dollar, you can carry with you without any declaration to customs. And if you are traveling to abroad, so for example, ma'am, I'm traveling for example, to New York, and I obviously will be needing US dollar, not Indian currency, but still, can I carry Indian currency with me? So my question reverse is coming to you. If I can carry Indian currency, how much? Because obviously, airport pe water bottle to chahiye na yaar. So I can carry Indian currency also, but then what would be the amount? Not USD, Indian currency. 25,000. Correct answer, Mohan. It's 25,000 I can carry. Right. So basically, one more thing, just one, almost chapters we have discussed and few are there. Tomorrow I want you to bring all the doubts also, and tomorrow we'll be completing. I repeat, my focus would not be on the corporate governance of the theory part, but yes, the company law and the other laws will be more. And I am keeping it 100% English unless and until it is required. So I hope you're comfortable, because your exam will be in English. So I'm not considering Hindi as a language right now. Okay. $10,000. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alvin. The notes that you're telling me, you have to find on this. Or I'll share with the institute. Do not worry. Thank you so much, Mohan. I'm taking as a compliment. Thank you, Amrit. You can start leaving, students. Thank you so much. If you have a doubt, you can say. Thank you so much. I'll confirm with institute once, Shank. Then we'll let you know. I will share a link with institute. Institute will share you. I'll share a link with institute. No worries. For the notes, I'll share a link. No worries. Thank you so much. Yeah, 3 hours energy needed. Same applies to you. Any doubt, anyone? Rest students can leave. I'll leave once you all are leaving.
Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you.
Can I end the session? Okay. Thank you so much.
So I just wanted to confirm that I want to give one link for downloading the notes. So shall I share it with the institute number?
So, ma'am, you have to send the email ID wrc.admin@icma.in. Repeat
Okay,
again.
sir.
wirc dot
WRC dot.
wirc@icma.in.
Okay, sir. Thanks, sir. I'll do
Okay,
it.
madam. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.